Tell us about some of the stuff we're going to see from these players.
Well, for round one, it's going to be a doubles match between Zero and Armada versus Abadongo and Fluff. We have never seen these kind of matchups. We are seeing a Melee and Smash 4 come together. I am so excited for what's going to happen here. But yeah, our first match is going to be Zero Armada versus Abadongo and Fluff.
And let's talk about the character selection here. We heard we're going to have around 30 characters here. So here's how it worked. We have 8 professional players, and they did what's called a snake draft. They drew numbers, and they were each assigned a number 1 through 8. Number 1 got the first pick for a fighter. Number 8 got the 8th pick. So you have a pool of 3 fighters. 1 through 8 picks, and then 8 gets the first pick for the second fighter.
Right.
Then you go back down to 1, and then 1 gets the first pick for the third fighter. Why do you have 3 fighters? You have to use a different fighter your first 3 matches. After that, you can go back and use the same fighter for the rest of the match, as we said. So, for example, if I want to go with Mario, Donkey Kong, and Bowser, I have to use Mario, then Donkey Kong, then Bowser if I want to get back to Mario. So, Vicky, it forces these fighters to maybe get out of their comfort zone and use someone that they might not typically use.
Right, they can't use the same character unless they transition through the other 3 characters they've originally picked. So that forces them to try out new characters, but also showcase to our audience what characters and what kind of moveset you'd be expecting when you get the game.
And we already have these characters selected with the players. They did the draft earlier on, so they are set to go. They've had a chance to play the game just a little bit, but let's get a chance to get to know a few of our players just a little bit better.
Sometimes it's not so important to be a hero as much as it is a zero with a capital R. They say if you look closely, there are gods among men. But behind every god stands a goddess, or in this case, a princess. In this game, if you want to be the best, then you must become the best. And sometimes it just comes down to having the right attitude. I am not kidding you right now.
Dude, really?
Dude, really? You're about to be late for the tournament.
I have no idea who any of these people are. Hang on.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
So yeah, I just got back to my apartment. I was hanging out with Deej for a little bit, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet because I need to get a quick bite to eat. So I'm just going to leave this on and I will be back with you guys in a couple minutes.
The entire universe? It's
So be right back.
just for the Super Smash Brothers. Oh, okay. That's cool too. Sweet.
Well, some very familiar faces as we get set for the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. And let's take a closer look at how this first round matchup will work up amongst these 4 professionals. We bring out 4 of them, so that means it's going to be a doubles match to get things started here. Smash ball on, items off. And below each character, below each player, we should say, you see the 3 characters they drafted. So, Vicky, let's get your early thoughts on the decisions for Zero and Armada.
So for those of you tuning in, you guys know who Zero is, the best Smash Bros. For Wii U player with a 56 tournament win streak throughout nearly all of 2015, second at EVO 2018, 1 Frostbite, 1 EVO. It's going to be fantastic. Vish, what are your thoughts on Armada?
I mean, Armada is just like the melee side of that Titan that is Zero. I mean, he's won Genesis through 2 through 4. He's won EVO 2015, 2017. He is a team's god, so it's going to be amazing to see how he fares up, especially with a dynamite combo like Zero.
And I have to say this without squeezing by, Plup choosing Ridley as one of his characters, so we will see Ridley in action today, quite possibly. And you see Abadango getting the chance to choose his coveted Mewtwo as well.
Yeah, Abadango being known for his Mewtwo and as well as his Pac-Man, so it's going to be quite interesting to see.
Let's get set for our first matchup in the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. You see the two teams, Zero and Armada, taking on Abadango and Plup as we get set to see the first ever competitive matchup in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They're getting their characters set to go as we take a look at the stage here, and Vish, just the excitement we feel here in the Belasco Theater.
Yeah, man, it's just like you're saying, this is the first competitive set we get to see in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I am really excited for what these players have in store. I'm curious because as we talked about earlier, you have to choose one of your 3 characters in your arsenal during this match, and it looks like Armada is going to be going with Samus, Plup is going to be going with Ridley.
It's Abadango going with Core, and then you see Plup with Ridley, as you said, Zero with Mario, Armada with Samus, and early on already, Samus taking the brunt of the damage here. Mario doing a great job staying alive, edge guarding on the side, but here comes Armada and Vicky. That smoke is going to help us determine who launches who off the side of the map as well.
Exactly. The color smoke that you are seeing displayed here indicates that the player that launched that character in general is the one that incited the move that sent them that far.
Yes.
81% damage for Armada, as Armada trying to avoid some more attacks. Meanwhile, Zero with Mario. Ridley gets sending to the side of the screen here, Vish, and Armada following up once again.
Yeah, and I really like the game plan that Zero and Armada are doing. Armada seems to be either covering the
Not sure if you're still there, but welcome to the stream. Nintarius Spammy Creep, so welcome to the stream. I'll be right back real quick.
Zero doing a terrific job of keeping their opposition at bay, but you see Corrin bouncing Armada in the middle of the stage. Armada able to come down, that smash attack being protected by the barrier. Ridley sent off to the side, but oh, there goes Armada, and the red team losing their first stock here, Vicky, as we see Abadango holding strong with Corrin.
And as you saw, the Smash Ball being caught on the top of the stage, unfortunately, is not going to be caught. Here it comes back, getting caught once again. Is anyone going to get it? Zero with the bear, catching it immediately, and unfortunately missing the very first Smash Ball that you see Zero obtain.
Zero with the foul ball. Abadango still alive with all 3 stocks, but Plup is down to his final stock, and Ridley, there goes Corrin, sent off to the right-hand side of your screen, trying to get back on. Plup doing a fine job as well, too, applying some pressure. Beautiful job there of clearing out some traffic. And Vish, we continue to see lots of pressure being put on by both Armada and Zero.
Man, I gotta say, this stage with that, the ceiling like that on top makes it such that if you're in the center of the stage, you don't get sent off vertically. So they're kind of opting to fight there if they're at a higher percent. You see Abadango's kind of staying there because he's like, you know what, I can maybe tech off the top of that. Maybe I can DI to make sure that I'm on the top there. And unfortunately, he loses his stock.
Abadango losing his first stock. Blue team 2-1. Meanwhile, it's 2-2 for the red team of Armada and Zero. And now Abadango gets sent out again, and it's 1-1 for the blue team. Armada and Zero, they smell blood in the water here, Vish.
And Plup, you saw it using the share stock because Abadango was doing such a good job being a stock tank at the center of the stage. Oh man, Ridley, kind of a difficult character to use, it seems.
Zero trying to recover, but Plup with a beautiful up air sends Zero off to the side of the screen. Zero's able to recover. Armada applying some zoning pressure.
Alright, I am back.
Plup able to clear out Zero once again. Armada
I missed the last few minutes there. I was trying to get stuff sorted in the background, so sorry about that. Excuse me.
And Zero, Vicky doing a great job of staying alive with Mario up until then, of course.
Commentators curse, Jordan, but Armada was doing such a good
Gotta love when
job
that microphone
at
thing doesn't work
Zero,
correctly.
making sure Zero was safe and
But yeah,
sound
it should be
in
good
the middle.
now.
As you can see, they are fighting in the middle. No tech zone here for what it seems. Abba trying to cover his teammate as he makes it back onto the
So
stage.
I will be a little bit quiet. I'm just going to
Good job,
have
as you can
something
see,
to
taking
eat while I'm
station
watching
for
this,
with
but I
Zero,
figured
though.
I'd stream this.
Pretty even match, as we're saying that Zero's the only one with like a huge lead, but
Yeah, I got back fine.
With a huge back air.
It took me a little while to set up the stream, that was the main thing, and then I had to unload groceries.
That is game. Armada and Zero doing an excellent job of clearing things out, and you mentioned the fine edge guarding we saw from both of those, and we got our first look at Ridley, and you said a little bit of a difficult character to probably understand because you
So it seems like the YouTube streaming is fully working now, that's good.
Armada and Zero, they move on and advance to the
Oh, I'm tired. But it's not like I'm like sleepy tired, it's just more like exhausted tired because I went
difficult
around a lot today. Well, not much, but just trying to get back to the apartment quickly.
To tech in the middle of that, there was a lot of knockback happening in the middle of the stage. But there was
the main thing.
Armada was able to tech on the side of the Great Plateau. So fighting in the middle was probably the best bet for the red team to take advantage of stage control and continuously pressure the blue team.
And Vish,
I'd hate to interrupt these guys, but I am going to lower the quality of the stream because I don't want this to eat up the rest of my tethering. So it's going to be 360 for the rest of this, if you guys are okay with that.
Options that you can do is you can do short hop aerial just a bit faster. You could push the jump and A at the same time, so you don't have to like tap jump to make it
but yeah,
short hop.
I'm still fucking reeling from how good of a direct today was and all the Smash announcements.
To where your trajectory is a lot faster than we've seen in previous Smash games.
So yeah, I'm not sure if you're still there, Nintarius Family Creep, but I'm sorry that you might have came off as ignoring you. I was kind of like AFK when you were trying to message me.
Let's take a look at the updated bracket after our first match was just concluded. You had Zero and Armada getting the victory, which means
seems like you're still there. In fact, a couple people seem to be there, so welcome to the stream, those coming in.
Our next set of doubles, and for those players, let's take a moment and get to know them just a little bit better.
Hey Lodos, not seen you for a while, how you doing? And yeah, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I am hyped for this. Like, I fangirled the fuck out when they announced Snake would be one of the returning characters.
Kinda unimpressive.
So yeah, this game will support the GameCube controller and probably the adapter, I guess.
Legend has it that some are born into greatness, and others are just lucky.
See, I don't have the GameCube controller from the Wii U run, but I'm assuming they're going to remake those controllers again, but they're going to make a new line of them. Yep, it's every character in every game, and then some.
Yeah. Like my grandma's favorite food.
Oh yeah, DM me your Telegram, sure. So, I don't have an official adapter, but I do have like a Mayflash one, which I think works with the Wii U, so I can just use that instead.
Or obtain a legal permit to feed a
I need to buy new GameCube controllers though. The one I've got is quite old.
And smash. Now, these guys will compete with the fate of the entire universe. Wait, it's not the entire universe? It's Super Smash Brothers? That's cool too. I want to get in on that action. I have an arm too. Super Smash Brothers Invitational.
I don't know why that made me laugh, but
2018.
And once again, some big-time names as we introduce the other half of
so I downloaded Fortnite earlier, I got Hollow Knight downloaded. If I feel up for it, I might stream those later, I'm not entirely sure. I might wait till tomorrow, especially for Fortnite, because I might need to look into getting it to work, because there's a problem with playing crossplay with PS4 and Switch. It's kind of hard to explain.
Making his ways around the community, but also MK Leo, a prodigy to his respective game, very young player, 17 years old, coming all the way from Mexico.
And we take a look at the player cards and see what characters our players selected for this opening round. And
they could have fitted in an ARMS advert there, they really should. So I didn't watch the Splatoon thing, but I heard that the Octoling expansion releases tomorrow. It's been pushed up from July, so that's cool. That'll give me a reason to go back to Splatoon 2. I never finished the single player for that yet.
Because, you know, his playstyle is reckless, it's flashy, he's not afraid to risk it all. He's like, you know,
yeah, I want to see more Inkling in action.
I'm just gonna play it right off the bat. Why not?
And Vish, as they get set, take us through some strategy with doubles, because obviously there's a lot going on in the map, and you want to make sure that you have some focused, concentrated attacks, but it's not 1v1 where you can really just focus in on one target.
Yeah, true.
Is that fucking commentator from the Super Smash Bros. Wii U Invitational still here? Like the fucking guy that went absolutely batshit insane when they got the Mega Man Smash Ball?
Oh my god. And Mango.
It's like that guy that goes, Mega Man! Fighting to save the world! That guy.
pincer them in certain
I guess
situations.
not.
One person grabs the edge, one person.
Like, that guy was brilliant. I don't know what his name was, but he was pretty fun to listen to.
Let's pick this up
You
in
could totally tell he was into it.
Going as Cloud. You see the limit meter right there. A couple of up tilts by Lucky, and you see Mango using Ganondorf and Vicky. Ganondorf brings a new weapon to his arsenal in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Ganondorf now has a sword for his smash attacks.
Sorry if I'm dumb, but is this a new game? Technically it is.
Quite early within the game, and I'm so happy we get to see a display of Ganondorf not just using his fists and his feet, Jordan, but also the sword.
And Vish, you look at this map, all the different levels.
I wouldn't be surprised if this game was heavily borrowing the engine and like underlying coding from the Wii U, but I think it's like modified enough that it's different to be its own thing. Because it seems like they've made some changes to like how you can do some instant shield dodging and stuff like that. And of course you've got new characters in there.
Mango in the middle of your map right now.
I would say this is Smash 5. I don't think people are going to say this is Smash 4.5.
Lucky losing the first stock and it's 3-2 red, and Mr. R at 135 with Cloud at the top of your screen, trying to avoid getting knocked out.
I mean, this was the best case scenario. We knew Smash Bros was coming, but we had no idea if it was going to be yet another Wii U to Switch port, or if it was going to end up being an entirely new game. Not only is it a new game, but it's like probably the best kind of new game you can get. It's got all the characters, it'll have a lot of the classic stages, it will support every amiibo, including non-Smash amiibo for the same characters. I think I've got the Breath of the Wild. No, I don't have Breath of the Wild Link. I've got like the standard Link though, so I'm assuming that will work with the Breath of the Wild Link.
Feels like Mango's going right for Lucky every single time they're together. I see some heated battles coming up right now. Mango's like kind of just abandoning his teammates. He's like, you know what, Lucky, I'm coming down for you down there, man.
I wonder if Detective Pikachu can be fucking used as a fucking figure fighter in this game.
Still with his 3 stocks, he will refuse the KO, but here comes the smash ball.
Did that Smash Ball just roll across the stage? What? Okay, that's new. Did he just KO? Yeah, he's fucking self-destructed. Nice.
Unfortunately, he was facing the wrong direction and caused himself to lose that stock, Jordan.
Oh, but we see Lucky getting the KO on MKLeo, and it's 2-2 blue team. However, 1-1 for Mr. R and Lucky. You're looking for MKLeo and Mango to close things out. Mango doing a great job, but oh, look at the top of your screen, Vish. What did we just see there?
Oh man, a vertical KO. I mean, now it's just a 2-on-1 situation. What can they?
I'm not really well versed with the Fire Emblem characters. I don't really play them. I just call them anime swordsmen because they all kind of come under the same umbrella, don't they?
Down to his final stock. MKLeo though still has 2. You figure, and that's the pivotal. Oh, but it's not enough. The huge contact there, hanging on, but yes,
He's living again.
he refuses to quit.
That
Lucky trying to hang on. You figure
Wow.
the cutscene is a KO.
Nice.
But when you're confusing this
So that new
system,
mechanic, I'm not quite sure how that works. Like the mechanic where you like get a sweet spot hit and you see like that slowdown and it knocks them much further.
to give the blue team the early
How does that work exactly?
We TI those and we live in, but not living enough. Unfortunately, they are going to fall, and MKLeo's team is going to proceed through bracket with Mango.
Because I feel that could be a game changer. I saw a little bit of it earlier when they were showing off Ridley in the treehouse. But I haven't watched much of the treehouse today because I had to go away and do a couple other things.
Coming up next, and it will also be Zero versus Armada in a 1v1 as well too. But let's get to our elimination.
Feels weird that I'm the only one watching on YouTube for a change. Yeah, people who are watching on Twitch that normally watch on YouTube, the YouTube stream is back up. I had issues with Ubisoft last night, but it's been resolved.
Versus Mr. R and Lucky in some doubles, and once again, when we look at those doubles, it seems like Vish, the fighter that's able to really make the most of having those 3 full stocks. We saw that with MKLeo, with Bayonetta. You're able just to apply consistent pressure, and we've seen that in both fights as well too, having the lead with the 3-0 stock.
Yeah, I mean, that just gives you that huge 2-on-1 potential, and now going into this match, they can't use that first character they had in that arsenal, so now they got to switch between the remaining 2 that they have, and I'm really curious to see how Lucky, with his fast-paced kind of play style is going to change versus Plup and Abadango, and how Mr. R is going to go through this, man.
Do you think Nintendo's going to revoke my ability to stream to YouTube if I live stream the rest of this Invitational? Nah, they wouldn't do that. Like, they'll just, at worst, they'll just content ID it so that I can't monetize the video. But I'm okay with that. Like, I don't care if they do that.
And then for Lucky, you have Bowser and Fox. So you look at some of the available characters here. Not too many big heavy characters.
1v1 me in Smash Final Destination, no items. I haven't seen what Final Destination looks like yet. Is that in this build of the game? Because I've seen this version of Battlefield and it looks pretty good.
As in 4-player free-for-all, the damage scales less than when you're in 1v1s.
And Vish, you look at the fact that you have items on now for this doubles elimination matchup, and you also have the Smash Ball on, and so when it comes to items, how do you go about and change your strategy with that? Because that's not what we typically see in competitive play.
Right. I think it was clever if this is what Lucky
Final Destination is just Battlefield with no platforms. Isn't that the Omega stage, though?
When you have items, I mean, it reflects back items at twice the force, and if you have Pokemon, it reflects back. Oh, but he says no, Vish.
Okay, I'm gonna say, of the changes of the characters, Ryu facing your opponent automatically makes a lot of sense considering how he plays. Like, I really like that that's a thing.
For that is to see the chocolate bar fly through the sky, and already Lucky choosing Bowser. You see how big of a target he is, Vicky, taking on lots of damage at 65.
He may be taking on a lot of damage, but he also deals a lot of damage on his own, so you're going to want to watch.
Do you think, I know this is, I shouldn't even be thinking this right now, but do you think this might be Sakurai's last Smash Bros. Game? Like, it's kind of a meme where he's like, this is going to be my last Smash game, and it's not. But when you think about it, this is like, as the title suggests, it's like the ultimate collection of all the roster from all the games so far. So it kind of feels like he really wants this to be the last game, and I wouldn't blame him. Wait, is that Knuckles? Is this trophy? Okay. Knock knock, it's Knuckles. Oh. Fuck, Knuckles is gone. I was going to do something there, but I guess I'll do it anyway. Oh no. I didn't get to my soundboard quick enough. Yeah, I should just keep the soundboard up, to be honest. Right, I'm going to mute the microphone because I need to eat. I'm going to have a sandwich, so I will be right back. I'm still watching this. I'm still going to be here with you guys. Oh, fuck. Nice. It's like the Dragoon, but it looks really cool. Right, I'm going to mute the mic. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Just going to have a sandwich.
You've got a huge advantage for the blue team as Abadango still hasn't taken a damage on his third stock here, Vicky.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a walk of goodbye to Pac-Man, but it doesn't matter because they're still in the lead. Aba holding on to the bomb, and Mr. R out of the stadium.
Ryu down to his final stock. Mr. R really going to have to hang in there tight. You've seen the pressure applied from both Abadango and Plup. Two speedy characters working their way around the stage right now. Pac-Man using the down air on Lucky. Lucky getting sent sailing. We now have our launch star, one of the new items. You get sent to that, and that does it. That sends Bowser top of the screen KO. Both Mr. R and Lucky down to their final stock. No stock sharing at this point here. Abadango Plup looking very healthy at this point here, Vish.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that star launcher is really strong. I mean, it KO'd Lucky at such a high percent off the top like that. I really like it. But I think now it seems like Lucky and Mr. R are kind of slowing down the pace. They were going really, really fast at the start of it, and they got comboed quite a bit, and now they're kind of controlling center as best they can. But the stock lead is just so substantial for Abadango and Plup.
Oh, Bowser with the fair. That's going to clear things out. Abadango at 3, Plup at 2. Mr. R, he is eliminated, and you've got Lucky at 82%. It's 2-on-1 and plenty of stocks for both Abadango and Plup. Abadango at 103, Bowser at 113. He's hanging on still. Both fighters, though, have him in his sights. Lucky trying to hang in there. Plup doing a great job with those juggles, though, Vicky.
Yeah, he was doing a good job at avoiding Abadango and Plup and avoiding trying to get hit by them, and instead opted for them to get the blast. But oh my goodness, we're having a 3-part ship here from Kirby Air Ride. I'm so glad we were able to see that once again. Come back to the Smash games, Jordan.
A decisive victory.
Speaking of the Dragoon right there.
Plup and Abadango, and it seemed like, Vish, their characters were just much quicker than what we saw for the other selections, Ryu and Bowser, and your opportunity to grab those items really gives you control of the stage.
Yeah, I think because Bowser is like one of the slower of the cast in this particular set, I think that, you know, he just couldn't get up there as quickly, and he's so big, so he just got kind of tossed around by the other two the enemies. So he wasn't able to get the smash balls very well. He got one, but he wasn't able to get the items, and oh man, just kind of a slower pace. Ryu also not the fastest in that kind of team's dynamic, but Abba and Plup pull it out, man.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the updated standings here now that we look at the bracket and see how things are advancing for our players. The elimination bracket, Abadongo and Plup,
Hi, Jovial.
get the victory.
You're not that late, really.
Move on. Mr. R and Lucky,
30 minutes.
You guys joining us, but it is an elimination tournament.
I'm not sure how much longer this is going to go on for. Maybe like another hour or so.
We're going to take a quick pause from
Go
the
mute the microphone. I'm just
we see
finishing
from the
my
professionals.
sandwich because I've had nothing to
Switch
eat.
gears
So
to a couple of
be right
special
back.
guests, and for more on that, let's please welcome to the stage one of the great Super Smash Brothers hosts and commentators, TK Breezy.
Okay, this is the type of crowd I like to see right here. Smash Brothers. I like it. I like it. I see a lot of people that I know, and that's great to see. But how are you guys enjoying this invitational right now? That's good to know. That's good to know. Thank you. Thank you. That's good to know, but let me go ahead and tell you guys what's going to go down real quick, okay? We had our For Glory action going on, you know. We're going to hit some for fun real quick. We have a 6-minute free-for-all with items and Smash Balls on with some of the greatest cosplayers I might have seen today. Jordan, let me ask you, though, how are you enjoying the invitational right now?
I'm loving it. I think the biggest thing is the crowd and the support that we see here. You talk about the Super Smash Brothers community, and we're seeing it in full force here, TK.
Most definitely. Thank you, guys. Dude, this is the type of energy that I like. I almost walked in this morning and thought I was actually at a tournament. Like, there's so many people that I knew. I was like, man, am I in bracket? I might be in bracket. All right. So let's get into it. We got our cosplayers. Can we get our cosplayers to the stage? And
White items, I guess they want to show them off.
Jesus is Mario.
I've got a feeling that the semi-final and final might be like For Glory rules, so all items will be turned off. Maybe keep Smash Ball on, otherwise off.
I love these outfits here, too. And how about
That fucking Pac-Man one, though.
I love it. I love it. Now they will get a chance to play Super Smash Brothers Ultimate for the first time ever. What advice would you give some folks that are picking this game up for the first time?
All right, so you know how when Smash 4 started and everyone was just rolling all over the place and it was impossible
I know
to beat?
it's not Ubisoft, but does this count as cringe, or...?
There's actually diminishing return on the rolls. So the more that you roll, the longer the roll is, thus meaning you're going to get punished. So I'd say ease up off those triggers for a little bit because you don't want to be that guy who gets punished for rolling entirely too much.
And what's different is we see some different mechanics with the air dodging as well, too, and just the general speed of the game.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. The air dodging now, there's directional air dodging if you haven't seen. But also, for the Brawl players and the Smash 4 players, there still is that Brawl-esque in Smash 4 air dodge if you do not hold a direction when you air dodge. It's a little less lag. Still laggy enough for you to get punished, but there is a little less lag, so it's a little safer.
And a couple of changes to some classic characters. What did you see from the newest edition of Link that we have in this one?
Okay, this is actually going to be, I'm glad that we're seeing some Link action. Also, shout out to you guys all playing the character that you're cosplaying right now. I mean, that's just character loyalty. That's just character loyalty right there.
The devotion right there. So they're getting set for the matchup here. Obviously, they get a chance to get their hands on the game for the first time. And I really want to know from you.
All right, I am back for real this time. Just finished that sandwich that I was having.
Seems like it's going to really help out some players that aren't quite at that competitive level.
Yeah, I mean, so
yeah, how are you guys doing tonight? Were you hyped for Nintendo Direct, and was it everything you hoped it would be?
It's just, hey man, this is a jump.
I know for a fact that some people are upset that while Luigi's not going to be playable, like he's still relegated to an assist trophy. Maybe Smash 6.
Keep it going.
What's interesting, too, is we were talking about this a little bit before. The damage output is different when it's a 1v1 versus a 4-player free-for-all match. Tell us a little bit more about that.
All right, so the damage output, I'm just coming here rattling off information. I've been going at this game for a little bit upstairs. We was out there chilling, so I got some inside scoop. But the damage output, you obviously do, I don't know which one people want to call the normalized damage, but you have a certain amount of damage that you do on one-on-ones.
So earlier they mentioned that the build for the E3 build has 30 playable characters. Is there a list of what characters are in the E3 build? Because I'm not sure which ones are not going to be there right now. I've seen a few of them: Ganondorf, Mario, Link, obviously. Quite a few characters that I know of. Obviously, the newcomers, Inkling and Ridley, are there.
Every character we've ever seen before, but a couple of new ones, Inkling and Ridley. Many people waiting a long time to see Ridley.
I've got a feeling that we may see a few new characters between now and release. I think they're going to be in upcoming directs in the next few months.
All right, guys, but outside of that, we're going to get into the match. We have the fighters ready. They're all still playing the characters they are cosplayed, which again, I had to.
They probably won't have that much more characters to add in because there's like already a shit ton of enough as it is. But I wouldn't put it past them to have like at least a couple more new characters on the way.
Knocked off the stage. That'll tell you who launched who. You got a nice, convenient little radar. But let's get things rolling here. It's no secret, you got Mario, you got Link, you got Pac-Man and Ness. 4-player free-for-all here, TK.
And the Pac-Man, like, he's got the gloves on, so I don't even know how he's fully gripping this controller right now. So I want to see just some platinum Pac-Man play coming in from this, man. He looks so focused.
So they made some changes to the mechanics, but I'm assuming wave dashing is not there, which I hope is the case, because wave dashing, I'm not really a fan of that.
Differences there, and no hook shot for that Link this time.
No quick shot this time. For those who do not know, Link actually is the Breath of the Wild Link, so he does not have a hook shot one. He also has detonatable bombs, much like the game. You can put a bomb out, leave it out for a long time, and then as an opponent gets closer, you throw it towards your opponent and it hits him, you detonate it, and get big damage.
Smash ball on, items on. You see Ness with that smart bomb deploys that. That's going to be Mario sent sailing, but Mario hanging on right there, bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
Items equals balanced. I mean, I admit, I've gotten to the point with Smash Brothers where I prefer playing without items, but it's fun to do it once in a while. I'm glad that it's still there. But I am pretty sure that when they get to like the semi-finals and the finals, they're going to turn the items off. Oh, here we go. PK Starstorm.
Ness grabs the smash ball. You also saw a Alolan Vulpix on the bottom of your screen as well, too, early on. And what we're going to see here, TK...
Did he say Alolan Vulpix? Didn't see that.
So you can follow and see who has the lead. Pac-Man doing a great job clearing out and getting a KO against Ness right there, so negating probably what Ness did with that smash ball.
And as Jordan said, there is an indicator for who is in the lead. He will flash momentarily. So it's kind of like the get that guy, the get that guy notice right there. If you want to get in the lead, you know exactly who to take out.
That black hole right behind the launch star. You got an essential galaxy in the middle of this map is everything since...
I'll tell you something though, that fucking sandwich I ate earlier was pretty good. It was just a supermarket sandwich I picked up before I came back. It was kind of... I figured I wouldn't have much time to eat, so I wanted to get something quick and simple.
Stage as well too, and then Link with those remote bombs that we know much different than from what we see.
Why are the borders so far out? What do you mean? You mean like the edges of the stage where you explode?
Wait around a little bit to see if anyone's going to get next to it. Actually, it's not even on the stage anymore. It might have just rolled off. But now that it's off stage, he is able to pull another one. You can only have one bomb at a time as Link. Oh, and here we go. Ness at the top of the screen, just barely living that. It gets a dash attack. Not going to get you much off of that. Look at the PK Thunder. Little ambitious there.
Pac-Man in the middle of your screen right now. You see the Star Rod right behind him. Nobody grabbing that. That remote bomb sending Ness to the top of the screen. Ness and Mario on the right-hand side going a little 1v1. That fair knocking Mario back at this point. Oh, but you see the upward smash. And another smash ball. Oh. You should get that.
Oh, who's going to get it?
You should get that one. Hit that one.
There we go, Mario. Why did they go for the fake one knowing that was not the real one? Like, of course there's not going to be two real Smash Brothers balls and the same thing, Smash Balls.
The horizontal line is thick. That is a fake Smash Ball. Now, none of our competitors might have seen it, end up getting blasted by it. It just goes off. Anyone in the vicinity is taking big damage.
That's just mean to put two of those out there. Smart Bomb being deployed by Pac-Man once again. That sends Mario to the top of your screen. Ness trying to use a PK Thunder on the left-hand side.
I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I had it turned up for a short while. Dial it here. Okay, this works a bit better, I think. Yeah, I had that turned up and I forgot to turn it back down, the volume. So it seems to be better mixing now, I think. Let me know if that sounds okay.
Look at his portrait right now. He's smoking. I mean, he's extra mad. He is fuming. And the next person to take the up smash for him might be the last up smash they'll ever see.
I think I see what you're talking about the edges of the stage, because I've seen him get knocked out multiple times. They didn't blast off the side. Okay, there we go. I noticed there's like a miniature heads-up display showing you how close you are to the very edge of the stage. That's kind of neat.
It's just a quick tackle coming from Evu. Again, this Ness is definitely going to be losing that HP if he keeps trying to battle this one. And here we go, got another smash ball. Immediately drops it. Mario can't connect.
Oh, Pac-Man escapes though.
Sailing on the ocean.
Close, man. He almost got the double KO, the double annihilation. That would have been crazy for him. So down to the wire though. Pac-Man, the only one really in KO percentages. But he's trying to still put up a good fight.
Ness with the back air against Pac-Man. Nicely done right there. Link trying to shield block against that PK fire, able to punish that. Pac-Man trying to throw some more projectiles on the left-hand side of your screen. Ness getting sent to the left-hand side as well, too.
Right, I've got an idea because this layout seems a bit weird. I'm going to try something.
I have not been keeping up the score as well. What if I wish I was?
Right, hopefully OBS doesn't crash when I try to do this, so bear with me a moment.
Okay, it was actually Mario that's close, so he made, that was his trainer. Not gonna jump the trainer.
Pac-Man, how about that? The 1-2 KO sends Link sailing to the top of this.
Actually, part of me doesn't want to do this in case it does crash OBS. So I'm not sure what will happen if I try to do this.
Yeah, that is very true. Obviously, it's going to be a lot until we get some extra damage here or anybody else.
I'm going to try it. If the stream goes off, it will be back up in a couple minutes. So fingers crossed. I'm going to try this. Right, didn't crash. That's good.
Oh, that does it. Who's our winner going to be here, TK?
I know the chat's behind the game. Pac-Man won. Right, so I'm going to try doing something when the next match starts because I don't like their layout that they're using.
He was going to be able to do it, but the gloves did not stop this man from taking that major win here at the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. Give it up to my man Pac-Man. All right, guys, so that was a lot of fun,
okay.
but we're going to get right back into the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018, throwing it to our casters.
I don't even know if I'll need to do what I was going to try to do, but we'll wait and see.
Nicely done. It's always great here, Vish, to see some players get their hands on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the first time, and you see all the fun that they had right there.
I love seeing Smash Bros.
That fucking Pac-Man off to the side there.
Level, especially this early in the game.
What a
it's so
weird
hype.
cosplay.
I mean, a Pac-Man cosplayer winning as Pac-Man. What more could you ask for?
It doesn't get
Smash Ultimate.
It doesn't get any better than that. And Vicky, we talk about fun, and that's the one thing we talk to all these professional players about. They say the one thing they try to remind themselves before they go out for any type of competition is that it's still a game and it's meant to be fun.
Exactly. Not only does it bring friends together sometimes, but it also allows great family time, and it grants everyone to kind of loosen up and enjoy the game for what it is.
The only major concern I have for this game is, will it play good online? Because I do plan to bring back Salty Sundays when this game comes out. And by that time I'll have fiber optic installed. If people didn't hear me earlier, I am going to be getting fiber within the next few months. I don't have an exact date yet, but it should be before September, I think, or by September. So I'll have plenty of time to get accustomed to that, and I'll be ready for Smash, which isn't out till December, so plenty of time.
It's going to be quite interesting because this time around,
Again, shout out to Deej, who's been nothing short of incredible with helping me with some stuff like trying to get fiber for my apartment, the fiber optic to the property.
Really cool because Squirtle, you know, he has like lighter hits, so he can do light hits and then maybe switch in the jump animation, you can switch Pokemon in this version. So then you can switch the Ivysaur, do a finishing move that way. And I think the really interesting thing is you have 3 sets of recoveries with Pokemon Trainer because of you can do it while in the air. So I think that'll make you can use Ivysaur's tether recovery. You can use Charizard's multiple.
Right, so I'm going to try something now that we've got another match.
Pokemon Trainer.
I choose you.
I choose you. Oh wait, we're getting the full screen again? Right, never mind.
Smash Ball being on. How does that change the strategy in a 1v1?
Well, as you notice, the Smash Ball doesn't usually appear in the beginning of the match, and more so.
Did we see? Oh, we did see the Splatoon Inkling Final Smash. It's the Whaler thing.
We talk about our
What about Pokemon Trainer? Did we see that one yet? Or
but Zero getting the nice grab into the side throw. Armada down below Zero at this point here, and Fish, it's one of these levels we talked about. Moray Towers, hard to establish that neutral game consistently.
For sure. But I think Ivysaur is a great choice in this kind of stage because the vines kind of go through
F2P, not to be confused with free to play. Yeah, it's the same abbreviation, but it's completely different.
The part about Ivysaur is how fast he KOs his opponents. That upper
Excuse me.
will get you at like even 100%, so you got to really watch out for
Throat,
that.
please.
Fighters finally on neutral ground. The punish by Armada right there after blocking the attack.
There's actually quite a few people watching on Twitch. I don't know if that's because I told people I couldn't stream on YouTube, or if it's because there's just more people watching on Twitch in general.
Able to make it back. You saw Armada rolling a lot, and we've established already defensive play in this game is not rewarded, Jordan. It's
I
more so
wonder if it has
aggressive
something
play.
to do with the fact that I'm being hosted by quite a few people as well. So for people auto-hosting me, thank you very much. There's 5 people auto-hosting me. I wasn't expecting that. 4 people, sorry, not 5.
That's going to really help out Zero as a heavier character, Vish.
For sure. I really like the way that these players are playing. They're using the whole stage. I kind of thought they would be either in the center and whatnot, but they are just going all across.
Has anyone figured out whether or not you can turn on and off stage hazards? Like, say for example, Mega Man.
That gives
Turn off stage hazards, but keep the level layout as is.
the way the side B goes through the stage and then the up B goes so high up.
More specifically, turn off the Yellow Devil. But you can keep like the platforms, like the moving platforms in, because that's not really that's more part of the stage than it is a hazard.
Down to 2 stocks. Zero still making the most of his 3rd stock, but Armada. Oh, and we see the weight of Zero and Ike really benefiting.
At least Ink doesn't make you trip. Yeah,
Absolutely humongous, but there's a Smash Ball, and Armada knocking Zero
that's a real Smash Ball. It took me a second to figure out if that was real or fake.
He's not having it, although he lost his stock, he still manages to get the Smash Ball.
Nice. Great Ether!
Turn of events right there as we see Zero getting the KO on Armada. Armada down to his final stock and Fish. We thought Armada had a chance to get the KO against Zero and grab the Smash Ball during spawn. Wasn't able to do
So
it.
his final smash is exactly the same as before. I mean, they didn't really need to change that one.
Damage output in a quick amount of time unless you combo it, so Squirtle wasn't able to get the job done. And
Also,
I
that was
just
a very raspy great Ether. I didn't want to like shout, but I wanted to make it sound epic.
Zero unable to connect. Armada doing a great job of jumping from the lower level to the top level and connecting with a couple of those aerial attacks against Zero. That up air does a great job. Ivysaur and Armada trying to hang on with their final stock, and Vicky once again Zero doing a great
I'll tell you
job
this, December
making the
can't
most
fucking
of
come
the
soon
game.
enough. Like, it's going to be a slow 6 months. Fortunately, there's a really good variety of games coming out between now and then.
He's trying to figure out a way to not get pressured as often.
Not to mention those games I want to stream between now and then as well.
Damage and covers so much of the stage. I mean, the vines do a little bit, but again, Squirtle is not working out very well, and the vines only hit at like diagonal kind of trajectories. So just Ike's sword is putting in so much work right
That was a good dodge.
Zero and Ike trying to gain the upper ground on the ramps and try to get some of those down tilts. Forward air.
Wait, what the fuck? That looked like that would have knocked him out there, but it didn't. I mean, he did die in the end, but that wasn't a stage knockout, like knocking him off the side of the stage. That was bizarre.
Although he had lost his stock in the moment where the Smash Ball appeared, he still managed to capture
I wonder if
the
they're
Smash
still
Ball.
like
But
tweaking it
around
a
the
bit.
end there,
Maybe
as
they're
well,
like
Ivysaur was unable
working
to
on
grab
that.
the ledge. Magnet Hand isn't as significant in this game, Jordan.
And we see with Ike a heavy character, but you also have a lot of range with that sword. What else do you see from Ike in this edition from the little bit of gameplay we've seen for one of those signature Fire Emblem characters here, Vish?
I feel just like a little bit faster, and I think even on that stage that we played on Mori, it just felt like he could.
I wonder if they're like rebalancing it so that it makes matches last a little bit longer, so that it's not like you die as soon as you hit 100% and get hit with a good smash or strong attack.
None of the Pokemon could get a significant KO on him, but every single time he was just in there with the sword. So.
Yeah, we never saw
every time an
Charizard
installment
in
of
that
Smash
Pokemon
goes
trainer as well, too. Let's take a
goes
look
up,
at the
the
bracket
time
after
to
that
KO
match.
also
We
goes up.
obviously have Zero getting the victory
Maybe.
over Armada. Zero will advance in the winners round.
I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to like that or if I'm going to hate that. I still like what else, like everything else that's in this so far.
MK Leo versus Mango, and you were talking about MK Leo a little bit earlier here, Vicky. Zero had that unbelievable year in 2015, won 56 straight tournaments, but many people say the youngster MK Leo could be the second comer.
Okay, I think I know what I could add to my soundboard. That commentator that shouted Mega Man when somebody got a Smash Ball for Mega Man and Smash Wii U.
Change the way Dancing Blade even worked with tipper mix-ups. So seeing how
Super Fighting Robot Mega Man
saw him display
fighting to save the world.
So he does have 2 other characters that he can use, Jordan.
Let's take a look at those character cards for both MK Leo and Mango as they get set. And we remind you, they drafted 3 players. You have to use all 3 players at least once before you use another character again. You can write them out. Oh, and you look at MK Leo, you've got either Snake or Sonic. For Mango, you've got the Inkling or
Right, items are turned off, but Smash Ball was on. I told you this was going to end up going like this.
Mango here, Fish. You've got Inkling, you've got Link. It's a 1v1.
It makes sense they wanted to advertise the items just for fun, and then they would go to the serious stuff afterwards.
I mean, Inkling, I feel like might do a little bit better in one-on-one because some of the dynamics of Ink is that if you throw Ink on your opponent, they get more damage subsequent hits. If you have Ink on the ground when you use your roller, it causes the opponent to slide or walk slower while it's on it. So I feel like you could even tech chase a little bit with the side B, and then from there you can have the slower movement work really well in a one-on-one type situation. Link is also really good because his bombs detonate after you hit down B again.
I was talking to Deej earlier when I was at his apartment downloading Fortnite to my Switch, and we were kind of in agreement. Oh, Sonic and Inkling. We were in agreement that this has been a really good E3, not just for Nintendo. It has been overall a really fantastic. Oh, classic stage from 64. This is cool. What's this one called again? Saffron City.
Telling me how he really likes
Did Pokemon pop out the fucking edge of the door there like they did before?
When it comes to this game, the character has a lot to offer, especially coming from the Splatoon series. You want to keep your eye out for that final smash, so you're going to see Mango try to go for the Killer Whale.
And you see the ink cartridge next to the Inkling. You've got to remember you have to refill that. You can hold shield and B if you want to refill it. All of your ink-based attacks need to use that ink. And so not only are you managing the stage here, Fish, but it's ink management as well, too, if you're Inkling.
For sure. I mean, the ink on the ground might not do too much against a speedy guy like Sonic. And I just gotta say, I love that we're playing on Saffron City. That is amazing.
Yeah, Saffron City.
Sabrina and her psychic Pokemon getting a great show here with Mango and MK Leo.
Makes sense they would bring this one back to kind of tie in with Pokemon Let's Go. Right, that's a real smash. I can tell you which is real and which is fake. I know the difference.
Advantage and a smash ball. So Vicky, it's all about the timing when you use it. And here comes Super Sonic.
Hey, you don't control it this time around, but MK Leo creating a gigantic wave, preventing Mango from landing, but unfortunately not dealing as much damage as we thought, Jordan.
Yeah. MK Leo, 3-2 advantage, 75-32. You look at the health, 75.
Smash Ball should have been removed and perhaps turned into a resource meter that you build up, in line with other games such as Mortal Kombat or Marvel Fighters. I don't know if I would like that, to be honest, for Smash Brothers. I think I like the way Smash handles Smash Balls and Final Smashes. I mean, the option to have a mode where you do that would be kind of cool, but I think I like Smash Balls as a general thing. Like, it feels like it's its own thing, but not to the detriment of the game itself.
Pulling out the blaster, the Inkling able to make it 2-2. Now let's see if Mango can make a comeback.
The randomness makes me salty. Well, yeah, there's the randomness of its appearing, but then there's also skill involved, where you have to fight over it. Oh, there's a back air. Or forward air, sorry. I don't know how to play as Sonic, and I used to play against this one person who knew how to play Sonic so fucking well, and he used to really annoy me. Like, he had this weird personality where he think he was, like, he would beat me all the time and he'd think he was hot shit, even though he was not really a pro-level MLG player. So whenever I think of a competent Sonic player, I'm going to think of that one person. It was a couple years ago at a gaming cafe that this person used to play Smash with us. And whenever I was up against him and he was using Sonic, I was like, oh boy, here we go, time for 5 minutes of torture.
Mango at 120, MKLeo at 42. MKLeo looking for one more splat on Mango at this point. You see the jab combo, that's gonna cover Sonic with all sorts of ink. And if you're Mango, you gotta connect on a couple hits at this point. You know that Sonic's gonna take much more damage if you can connect.
Oh, sweet spot.
The forward smash by the ink-covered Sonic will go ahead and allow him to take a victory shot.
Okay, that was cool.
As MKLeo advances, and Vicky, as we said, and as Vish pointed out, really MKLeo dominating the neutral game.
Right, while they're getting prepared for the next match, I'm going to quickly mute the microphone just so I can have a pastry, because like I said, I've had nothing to eat earlier, so I will be right back real quick.
Mango had a really hard time landing onto the ground and consistently juggled him, Jordan.
Let's take a look at the updated bracket after that matchup and see what's happening here. And you see the couple of victories that we had in the winners round, which means what a matchup we'll have. Zero versus MKLeo here in the next winners matchup. 1v1. Both of those fighters able to advance on. So we'll obviously move to the elimination bracket at this point as we get set for our next matchup there. And like we said, different set of rules in the elimination bracket. We now have a 4-player free-for-all. Smash Ball on, items on between Abadongo, Plup, Armada, and Mango. So Vish, you look at the rules, the 4-player free-for-all. Where do you begin with strategy in this one?
Well, I see that there's 3 Melee players in the elimination round. I see that the finals have got 2 Smash Brothers for Wii U. Come on, Melee players. I know you have it in you. But as we go into this, I feel like it's going to be interesting because there's more items on, as you're talking about, and I feel like that's going to introduce a lot of different kind of entropy into the match. So there's going to be a definite random factor, so I feel like faster characters are going to be a little bit better in this kind of setting. And characters like, I feel like Ganondorf was a good example, or Ike was a really good example, where they're like relatively fast, but they hit super hard in the air, so they can still get the smash ball when they need to. So characters like that are going to really work out well.
And let's look at the character card and see who we might be seeing in this 4-player free-for-all. Smash Ball on, items on as well, too. Abadongo down to Mewtwo, Plup with Pit, Armada with Kirby, and Mango with Link. And so, really, Vicky, a collection of some characters, Link being your heaviest one out there.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that we're going to finally
just needed something, just needed something sweet to go after that sandwich.
Seeing how
I think I'm good now.
Bow and arrows, we saw that in the direct earlier. He is able to pick up his own arrows and use double arrows whenever
Can't stream on an empty stomach.
Yeah. Let's get set for this 4-player free-for-all. As a reminder,
ooh, Kirby,
only one player
my main man.
out of this matchup, so a lot on the line.
I think Kirby is mostly the same, but apparently his down B has like a different cosmetic thing now. Like it was the thing from Breath of the Wild. It was the chest, I think.
Hits pretty decently hard. It can combo well.
Or like the tablet or whatever.
Also a really strong pick in this
I don't know if anything else is different about Kirby.
Look at Mewtwo's tail and Link's sword, and a lot of times you hear some of these competitive players talk about disjointed hitboxes and hitboxes. How do those come into play with these characters? As we see Midna, the assist trophy, make an appearance.
They do a really good job at controlling spacing in general, and look at Abba taking advantage of the healing field right there. He was lingering around it, and it allowed him to heal within the battlefield. So you're going to want to keep your eye out for these items.
You know what I just realized? Oh fuck, Palkia, I think. Yeah, I hate that one. When it comes to Smash.
A lot of these players not move as much at this point here, Vish.
Yeah, they kind of just stood still. Everyone was just like, what is going on here? I don't understand where I am. So everyone just took a little breather.
Oh my goodness, but Plup with that down air spike already trying to be pretty dominant within this free-for-all.
That's a real smash.
Smash ball. Kirby using all his jumps to get up there, but
oh, I wanted to see Kirby get a smash. And he wastes it. And it's gone.
They're great against Guardians, but you gotta connect if you want to make good use of them. You see Abadongo, Armada, Mango.
That needs to be on the soundboard, the "and it's gone" thing from South Park. I keep fucking quoting that because it's such a funny joke.
Trying to edge guard Armada, makes it back into the stage. Armada trying to get
I want to see maybe Game Explainer or someone to like record. Oh, Doggo.
Why is it Nintendo in Smash?
This fucking commentator, by the way. I want to see like Game Explainer or somebody try to get all of the Kirby hats, including Inkling, Ridley, and Breath of the Wild Link, because I want to see what that looks like. Well, there's that Nintendo Color TV.
Game 15. Everyone knows what game this is, obviously. Assist Trophy. Plup is just doing a great job at just edge guarding nearly everyone on this match.
See Mango on the left-hand side of your screen as Link getting back up on the stage, trying to edge guard against Armada. Mewtwo connecting with the Shadow Ball as well, too. A couple of those three-piece items still up for grabs. Nobody has one.
Not a Husky, 0 out of 10.
Trying to clear things out. Kirby doing a great job of clearing some real estate as well, too. Oh, and here comes
Kirby still has 3 stocks, and so does Pit.
Watch out. Oh! Link able to hang
Nice.
on, but the Shadow Ball connects with Link on the left-hand side of the screen. And Mango down to his final stock here, Fish.
Yeah, that's another great part about Mewtwo. I mean, he's got huge hitboxes and he can charge up a trajectory.
Burn to the ground! Burn!
Also KOs really well.
I wanted to make sure I did that when he used his bomb. I couldn't resist. The soundboard was there, I had to use it.
Nice up air by Plup. Plup sending Mewtwo off to the right-hand side of the screen. Mewtwo able to hang
Now we just need to wait for DK to make an appearance so we can spam the fuck out of the Banana Slammer button.
And Armada's your leader with 3 stocks at 117.
And the Kyogre. What's gonna happen here? Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, like you're saying, it felt like Abaddon or Fluff had the advantage for quite some time, and then Armada kind of just snuck into the lead. There were just
That's a real Smash Ball.
Now he's staying on the top platform like that so he doesn't get hit, and he gets the Smash Ball.
Oh.
Armada with some optimal play right now.
Come on.
Kirby and Armada.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, couple of combos.
It's the same one from Wii U.
Now that's gonna send Mango out of the game at this point. Here's
You thought that was the actual stream? No.
ready to explode. Players
Not the real, it's not from the stream itself.
Hold on, keep an eye out for that though. Oh, you can.
Oh.
Mewtwo's eliminated by Electrode.
They're more or less neck and neck. And these are like 2 Sakurai creations, I think. I think Pit is also a Sakurai creation. I think. I know Kirby for sure
As you
is.
can see, Armada was playing extremely patient, sneaking his way up into the lead versus Plup. He was doing a great job.
Oh, this person knows how to play Kirby. High level play.
Momentum, and once again, Kirby.
Yes. Oh wait. Oh, I thought he hit him there.
Misses, and he misses.
You can't hit what you can't see. Plup able to air dodge, and that's a critical point right there.
That is an amazing air
I think he's got this though. Like he has got this fight.
He felt like he was just actually waiting for that defensive option, but Fluff
Kirby looks. It looks like Kirby's been buffed a little bit actually,
happy to take center stage.
based on this fight.
Kind of pushing Armada into the left side of the stage. He's doing a little bit of
Like some of his attacks seem a bit harder hitting than they were in Wii U.
Leading into back air, and a decent amount of percent right now on Plup.
Plup doing a great job of blocking and punishing anytime Armada tries to come in with an attack. Both fighters unable to really connect.
Oh, we
Here
almost
comes
broke
the
Pit
side throw by
shields.
Plup. Another item, that's going to be an air ball. Sends Armada off the side of the screen. But you know Kirby has that terrific recover. Here comes the warp start. Kirby trying to hop in his ride and close this thing out. He's got the warp start.
Oh shit!
Already the
Fuck.
Oh my goodness, and Armada completely changed
Wait,
the pace of
what?
the game, Vish.
Yeah, I mean,
How is that not Kakeo? What?
This is some high level Smash Ultimate, and he gets the cutscene, still living.
Fuck.
Oh my.
What?
Two gonna be enough.
Oh,
And yes,
um,
that will do it.
okay. Yeah, I'm kind of, like, I love seeing this so far, but I am not sure how to feel about how fucking much work you've got to put into knocking someone out. Like, did anyone else notice how fucking many times they were knocking each other with hard-hitting things, and they were still surviving being blown up off the edge of the stage? I'm not sure how to feel about that. I hope they tweak that to make that a little bit, to make it a little bit so that you like.
As you can see,
Kirby looked like he got that there, and then he got
preparing
fucking
himself
hit
to
with
him
2
with
critical
a
hits,
perfect opportunity
unfortunately.
to hit Plup, but in the perfect moment, look how Plup was able to avoid the shot. Immediately after that air dodge, he felt like he was unsafe.
In Melee, like 70% was fatal, but people are regularly living to 150% or more. Yeah. Like, 'cause I thought 100% would be the nice sweet spot. Like, somewhere about 100, 110 would be a round where you would start to get knocked out and then blown up off the edge. Doesn't seem to happen at that percentage anymore.
It's promoting aggressive style of play. So if you're rolling and spot dodging quite a bit, it'll actually become slower and easier to punish.
See, I'm wondering if that's intentional, like they want things to last longer.
Disadvantage on the defensive option still figures out how to do.
It might be something I'll grow accustomed to. That's like the only other thing that I have a problem with this, but so far everything else has been fantastic. That was a good match though. I need to mute the microphone because I need to go AFK for a second, so I'll be right back.
Let's take a break from the high-stakes play with our professionals and bring on a few more special guests to tell us more about that. Give it up once again for TK Breezy.
I really like that entrance. Yeah, they give me the music and stuff. That's not even like my theme. You know, they could have gave me the Wii Fit Trainer theme. Would have been great. Anyway.
Right, I'm back. I think.
How's it been?
It's been insane. How
Alright,
are
I'm
you
back.
guys doing with the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
So, how much you want to bet that there's going to be an exhibition match at some point with Reggie against some like high-level pro player, and then Reggie just gets his face curb stomped?
With that being said, again, we have another free-for-all match for you guys. 6 minutes, all items, and Smash Balls on. But this time, we have some special guests. So I'm going to bring out these special guests real quick. Our first special guest being Devin Graham.
Who?
And coming up against Devin Graham will be Alana Pierce.
Never heard of these people. I guess they're more YouTubers.
Will be Andre Meadows.
Oh, that's I know him. Well, not real, but I know him as a YouTuber. Yeah, Black Nerd Comedy, he's cool. I watched some of his videos. I don't know who everybody is except for him.
Everyone knows it. They know the name, they know who it is, man. So here we are. It's gonna be, as I said, another free-for-all, 6 minutes. Okay, all items, Smash Bros. So it's gonna get a little chaotic here on the stage with Vicky. What do you expect us to see?
So
Black Nerd Comedy is pretty good. He puts out good stuff.
Super Smash Bros. Invitational, I believe, representing Link. So TK, I'm actually pretty excited to see who she'll be playing now, but we can't count our other fighters out either.
Yeah, man, I got a little inside information in the back, but I'm gonna go ahead and let the game speak for itself as we seem to be ready. Everyone's gearing up, ready to go. I gotta get right behind him. I gotta get the bird's eye view, basically. I'm taller than all of them, so I can just, you know?
Not me, TK.
Alright, let's get a better view.
Time for Kirby again.
So here we are, Villager, Kirby, Pac-Man, and Sheik. Devin on Villager, Alana on the Kirby, Andre on the Pac-Man, and Zelda rocking the Sheik, which is still basically Zelda. So, hey,
Oh, this is Kalos, isn't it? From Pokemon thingy or other? Pokemon X and Y. Wait, what was Pokemon X and Y's region called again? Was it Kalos or?
That's a big pickup as a Pokemon.
I actually prefer this stage over the one that the Wii U version had. Like, I think the Wii U one was kind of annoying. Right, so since this layout is back again, I'm going to try fixing this, so bear with me a moment.
Pushing everyone away from her, just wants to avoid Devin at all time. Look at the tree, TK.
Hold up, we got Latios on the screen. That's also a great Pokemon pickup, as it's doing a lot of damage. Sometimes if you're high up on damage, it will end up knocking you off. Unfortunately, this time for Zelda, did not do such, and here we are, a new assist. He's gonna come back though. You think it's over, but it's never over. He's coming right back. Yeah, we might be gone this time.
No,
he might be gone.
now we're
He's
gone.
back, he's back,
No, he's definitely back, TK. It's for those of you who love the Pikmin series.
So right now, as you can see, you know, the only person really equipping right now was Devin with this villager, but however, that has been eradicated immediately. That KO going to go ahead and rock him, but so is another KO right here onto Alana and Zelda. So, I mean, Andre is sitting pretty. I mean, without even looking at the score, I feel like I haven't seen Andre really hit off the screen, so he's
I don't know if we need this, to be honest.
Getting that big sword kill, doing a great job, and who's going to get these Pokeballs?
I guess I'll just sneak that there. Like, it's not like you're going to see anything on the edge of the screen there. Actually, no, I'll put that there. Let me know if that's okay. So, whenever I need to, I can switch between this and this.
Andre summoning Super Pong, for those of you who do know what one of the newer games are.
Right. So here we are on the flat part of the stage. It is going to pick back up and start traveling yet again. That is what the stage is known for. We still got Andre holding it down, but here we go. Back on the stage. Oh, the villager chop almost probably getting a KO with that tree. I mean, it is still a very strong attack, and Andre's still sitting pretty close to 100. I mean, he's got to watch out for himself.
I'm not sure who Andre is playing as. He's playing as Pac-Man. Right, I'm rooting for Andre since he's the only fucking YouTuber I know that's in this event. Got a lot of OBS. Yep, OBS is great.
Continuously racking damage, TK.
All right, and so now we got Alana just barely living right there. Gonna go ahead and hit the rock drop. I mean, a very signature Kirby move. Still does a lot of knockback here in this game, just as one would expect. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to do this for the last exhibition match, but I didn't have time to set it up. Look at look at that close-up on Andre's face. The intensity is real. Like I said, Sheikah's Robin Williams' daughter Zelda. Oh, okay. I didn't actually realize that was like that Zelda. I wasn't paying attention to her name. Like, she's named after Zelda, isn't she? Like, I remember those Ocarina of Time 3D commercials. I miss Robin Williams. Get him, boys! I love the smash ball that's just like rolling on the ground. That's pretty fucking funny. There we go. Oh, Kirby's gonna get. Kirby gets fiber built to his property and then he dies.
Drop it out that final smash. It's a little late on the draw, but it does not matter if you're late to the party as long as you still turn up. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, Tom Nook with that eviction notice. Devin doing a pretty good job. Tries to regain his stage control, but oh my goodness, the destruction coming from here. Zelda.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Nintendo is going to reveal one more game during the Treehouse event, because it won't be the first time they've done that. Maybe tomorrow we'll maybe see a new game. I'm not going to be streaming the Treehouse tomorrow, I'm just going to be watching it on my own. But if anything happens, I'll let you guys know when I next stream, which will probably be tomorrow night. You don't know who the other two are? I don't know who any of these people are, because I don't really follow the Smash Bros. Esports scene or the Smash Bros. Pro Tournament scene. Like, I occasionally indulge in watching high-level Smash Bros. Play, but I couldn't tell you who any of these people are, unfortunately.
TK, there's only 40 seconds on the clock, and so much destruction has been happening all around us. We've about seen only one Smash Ball happen on the stage, 2 Smash Balls at that.
Running out of time. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen how sudden death works. They've changed the sudden death rules. Basically, instead of bombs dropping at random, which is kind of cheap and dumb, the screen starts zooming in toward the very center of the map, and anywhere outside those edges will be like instant death. Snorlax. So yeah, I kind of like that better for sudden death, but it's like, we're going to see it, I think.
Oh, and the ever connecting at the very last second, TK.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be a sudden death between those four. Nice, Andre won.
I saw the beginning of that game, and I was like, this dude right here, okay? This dude, Andre, had the best open I've ever seen in a free-for-all, and he just managed to run with that for the rest of the time. So
I switched that at the exact perfect time. Like, it was almost like I had that planned.
Special guest who decided to play with us. But as I said, man, that was a lot of fun. We're going to get back into the glory part of this. We got to see who's going to make it to that winner's side finals. And we're going to get that going for you right now. The Super Smash Brothers Invitational 2018. Throwing it back to our casters.
Thank you very much. Big round of applause for
Gotta love OBS.
Once again, nicely done, my friend. We've had a chance to see a couple of exhibition matches, and you know, Vish, you look at all the action that happens, and those
I've got an idea for an exhibition match. 1v1, Reggie Fils-Aimé versus Masahiro Sakurai. Please make it happen,
I really do feel
Nintendo.
Like adds so much just kind of variation to the game, and I feel like
the master of Nintendo versus the master of Smash Bros.
Just add even more kind of randomness, you know. Just whoever gets it gets so much more of a power up. They're not going to be able to dodge it nearly as well, you know.
Let's get set for a matchup in our winner's side, trying to find a.
Well, not master. I'm trying to think of a different term. I guess the gatekeeper of Nintendo versus the gatekeeper of Smash Bros. That would be a pretty interesting exhibition match.
Smash Ball is still on. Items are off. The winner of this will move on to our grand finals. The character selection as well too.
Right, so we've got at least 2 more matches left.
2 of the 3 characters. So by process of elimination, it's going to be Sheik for Zero, Snake for MKLeo, and let's just put some more historical reference on this here, Vicky. A matchup.
I've got to be honest, I didn't really play Snake when it was like a thing in Brawl, because I didn't really play the Metal Gear Solid games back then. And when I tried playing him, I wasn't really understanding how to play him good, how to play him well. But now that I've gotten better with Smash Bros. Over the years, and I'm starting to play the Metal Gear Solid series, I am ecstatic that they're bringing him back, so I'm going to get a second chance with him, and I'm probably going to end up maining the guy, because he seems like he's a pretty good character. You can get pretty good with.
Versus Zero.
I'm actually, it's crazy that Zero
yeah, here we go.
saved the Sheik for at this juncture of the tournament, because I feel like that's probably his strongest character in his arsenal, just from the little that we got to watch him play. Because the forwarders still kind of link in a very similar way to Smash for Wii U, and you get the bouncing fish in a very similar way as well. But
am I the only one who likes this stage? Because I know quite a few people who don't like this one, because the map turns upside down, but if you listen carefully, there's like an audio cue that lets you know when it's going to turn upside down, so it's not really that big a deal. As long as you jump soon after the audio cue, then you won't really fall to your death.
At 49, Zero at 49, both these fighters still at neck and neck, even at this point, 3 stocks each. Now we look at the advantage as Zero doing a terrific job with the juggle off the stage here, Vicky.
I need someone to interview Sakurai and let him know. Basically ask him how did they get around the fact that Konami now owns the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and Hideo Kojima has kind of wiped his hands dry of it. Is it... like, I'm not sure if it's... I'm not sure if it's Kojima that's basically made this happen, like he's involved in this, or if it's just purely Konami. But it seems they've come to some sort of agreement to make this happen, which is cool. Like, yeah, fuck Konami and all, but this is nothing short of amazing. Oh, yes. Oh!
And it careens to a pin, but here comes another one. Can Zero snag it? Oh, it's going to be MKLeo that grabs it. Excuse me, Zero with this. MKLeo gets the smash ball, trying to get Zero in his sights. Looking for the shot. Is it going to be enough to get Zero?
That's a new one. That's a new final smash.
Great job at avoiding that final smash. Quite unfortunate, but it was meant to be. Leo's gravity does sometimes stink, Jordan.
A couple of up tilts by Zero right here into the juggle in the mid-air. Beautiful job of the forward air, and we see Zero continuing to apply that pressure here, Vish.
Yeah, and another strong part of
Like I said, still quite a few people watching the stream. I'm kind of surprised that this many people are coming to watch this. You're all awesome. You're all amazing.
Still not quite great DI from MeleeKirby.
Hi, okay, welcome to the stream. Yep, Pokemon's awesome. I'm looking forward to Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Yeah, and as you can see, Snake's up tilt is still as strong as those who have played Super Smash Bros. Brawl have witnessed. It also kills Vish. I know you've seen this a few times yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even you saw MeleeKirby coming back with the up. He does have like a bit of super armor, so even though Zero hit it, it did not actually knock him out of it. And now he's recovering so high. And that's a great mix-up. He dropped the bomb at the same time, so it was actually kind of scary for Zero to go there and edge guard him. What a play for MeleeKirby to do the bomb.
God damn it.
Now it's just 1-to-1, guys.
Stocks are swapped at that point. Both these fighters looking for a spot in the
Everything is awesome. Oh yeah, that's right. There's going to be a Lego Movie 2 coming out next year. I'm looking forward to it. The first one was pretty fun to watch. I haven't watched the Lego Movie one since like it first came out, but I remember watching that in the cinema and I thought it was a really fantastic movie. It was really enjoyable. Not quite enough to knock him off.
Zero trying to zone out MeleeKirby at this point, trying to
Pokemon Diamond is your favorite Pokemon game? I've not played that one actually. I played Generation 1, Generation 2, the remakes of those, and I stopped playing Generation 3 and 4, and then I went back in with Generation 5, and I've been playing every game since. Except for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I gave pass to those ones. Do you want to see The Incredibles 2? Yeah? Oh, that's this month, isn't it? That kind of snuck up. Yeah, I forgot that was coming out this month. I only know because of the Lego games also coming out this month to coincide with it. It looks like Snake's got this one.
Yeah, and Zero also kind of making a good advantage of that same particular location.
Let's see if we can get a critical sweet spot hit here. I'm not sure what the term for it is.
Oh, he goes for the bouncing fish way off the top. This is crazy.
Oh, that was close. It's this weekend. Yeah, I think I'll be free for that. I think I'll make some time this week to rewatch the first Incredibles because I've also not seen that since it first came out.
Zero, both trying to figure each other out, but here comes a juggle from Zero here, Vish.
Oh!
Look at this pop off.
Popping off, man. How did he make that comeback?
What a fucking good, what a good placement there to get that.
That was so smart of him because he
That critical hit thing, that might be the game changer for this, I think.
Defensive play is not as rewarded as aggressive play.
From what I understand, if I recall correctly, that only happens if you hit a character at the exact, not pixel, but like a very tiny area of their hitbox. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of like when you do Jigglypuff's down B on someone, you have to do it at a very specific spot, otherwise it doesn't work. So you need to make sure like your attack lands at the near perfect spot for it to actually do that critical hit. Otherwise it'll just be a regular hit. I think that's how that works. I'm okay with that. I think that's going to add a whole new layer of like gameplay to this. Like that right there.
Yeah, he recognized that Leo only option was to make it back towards the stage, and he was able to capitalize off of it, Jordan.
Zero gets the victory. He will move on to grand
Yeah, if I'm not free this weekend, we could probably see it soon after. I don't really think I've got any plans for the weekend. I'll let you know closer to the time. Like, it's only Tuesday. We've still got the whole week.
Smash ball on, items on though for this one here, Vish.
Oh, they're going back to items on. All right.
As both these fighters look to find a spot in the grand finals.
For sure. And just with how close that was, it feels like MeleeKirby was definitely hungry for that comeback to make it all the way back there. But Plup is no short on being a great competitor on his own. And I'm curious to see what the last character they have in that slot is, because that's going to really determine how this 1v1 is going to go.
Let's take a look at the character cards for both of these fighters as they get set. And as we said earlier,
Need to take my USB cable out of my backpack because I took it with me in case I needed to charge my phone. My phone is down to 16% now and it's tethering this stream, so I need to plug it into the USB to keep it charged.
Yeah, I could definitely see Leo.
So you'll hear a USB plugging sound in just a second.
So
If I can actually get that plugged in. There we go.
Showcase was pretty exciting. Coming from Pluff, we saw his amazing pit play, consistently ledge guarding his opponent, so maybe we're going to see the pit come back.
And Vish, if you're Pluff, do you maybe go with Ridley, a character that we haven't seen much of at all, because you know how well these players scout each other and know these characters in and out as far as attacking and defending against them. Do you throw a curveball there with Ridley?
I'm going to check to see how much tethering I've got left. I think I've got at least 9 gigabytes left, so I should be okay for later if I want to do some Fortnite. Playing Fortnite or like tethering for other online multiplayer games doesn't really take up a lot. I've just used a lot this week just for the conferences, because obviously streaming videos uses up so much more data. Oh, this is a good matchup.
This is going to be a good one, guys.
Two of the most recent additions to the Super Smash Bros. Universe, and early on, Vicky, your thoughts on the character selection and what we got going here in this 1v1?
I attempted to use Bayonetta when Smash Bros. Wii U got the DLC for that. I didn't really understand how to play her. Nice.
45%. He just had him in the corner there. Bayonetta couldn't do anything.
Yeah, let's see how much tethering I've got right now. Apparently I still have 11 gigabytes left, that's plenty. But yeah, I'm still using mobile tethering for this stuff. Nice. I recently played Bayonetta 1 and 2 for the first time like a few months ago. They're fantastic games. If you have a Switch and you want a good action game, I highly recommend buying those. Like, they're such good games.
Ridley does have the damage output necessary to make this comeback.
Oh yeah, for sure. We saw that
Bayonetta 1 has a couple annoying things about it, but it's not like to the detriment of the game. It's just like weird quirks with the game's design, which have thankfully been fixed in the second game. So by the time you get to that one, it'll feel much better. But the core combat is really fucking satisfying. Oh! Oh! Didn't pay off there, but they almost knocked them out with that critical. Wow, that was quick.
Several KOs right there.
So disregard what I said earlier.
We finally get Ridley in Smash, and he's terrible. Alright, Sakurai, get rid of him.
Back on the block, looking as great as ever. Looking.
Well, we talked about it before. When you get your hands on a new character,
The audience seems a little bit disappointed that Ridley didn't hold his own better that time, but okay, whatever, whatever.
New game of the Super Smash Brothers series, and we saw MeleeKirby, just an absolute technician right there, Vicky.
Yeah, I mean, he told me himself, he was like, I'm gonna play Bayonetta, and I'm gonna show everyone what I could do with her in.
Right, so I might do some Fortnite later, but I might need to take like a 10-20 minute break to set up, because apparently, from what I understand, Sony is blocking cross-saving with Fortnite Battle Royale, and I've got the PS4 version like linked to my PC version, so I'm going to try unlinking the PS4 version first, and then I'm going to try logging in with the Switch. Hopefully that will work. If that doesn't work, I might just end up playing the PS4 version instead, which I really don't want to do. I mean, I know it's the same game, but I just kind of want to play the Switch version on principle, you know?
I'm over here like I'm really doing something, you know what I mean? I'm just talking. Vish, that last match was
Are we doing an
disgusting.
exhibition match, or...?
Vince, you don't understand, okay? We thought we were getting away.
We thought. You thought wrong, TK.
We thought wrong. But what we're not getting away from is some more high-flying matches, obviously, man. And I got some great guests for you. So we're going to go ahead and introduce some real quick. And up first, that is...
Testing.
The
Okay.
WWE superstar, Ember Moon.
Who?
Okay.
I don't watch WWE.
And playing with her will be American professional football player, Mike Daniels.
Do you want to know how to really get in? Do you want to know how to get in all the Twitch viewers? Fucking invite Drake.
Also playing with them will be actress Olivia Holt. There's some real star power on this stage.
I swear to God, if Drake is back there, I'm going to fucking laugh.
Girls out there. The leader of the Naifu Nation, Nairo.
Okay, it's not.
Nairo makes it. Somehow Nairo makes it.
Look, he's a celebrity in his own right, okay?
Yeah, he's definitely a
You see this sub count? It's crazy.
I still want to see an exhibition match with Reggie.
So happy in chat right now. This seems a little bit.
It would be funny if Reggie was in an exhibition match and he was actually really fucking good at the game because he spent the last 4 years playing the Wii U version.
It's a 3v1.
Oh! Is it really a 3v1?
Nah, Mel, it'll be Ninja. This isn't the Fortnite Invitational.
Let's go! It's a 3v1. 3v1? Oh, get him. 3 versus 1. Can
Wait, what?
Nairo do it?
3v1?
All the rest of the rules are still the same, so Nairo
He's at E3 for the Fortnite thing? What Fortnite thing at E3?
No team attack?
Is there like a... Is there like a tournament or something at E3 for that?
Can he really overcome?
This is your chance, Nairo. This is your chance at the Invitational. You better shine, my man.
Honestly, man, look. When I was backstage, I was talking
Like,
to him, okay?
Fortnite on Switch is like the best thing you could possibly get because it's portable and you have all the buttons and stuff, so it's you don't have the mobile limitations and you can like play it in bed and shit. The closest you can get to that with buttons is... Oh, DK and... Okay, that's cool. But yeah, the closest you can get to that is if you have a PS4 version of the game and you have a PS Vita and you like link them together to do that play thing, the off-console play thing. I don't know what you call that. Oh, god damn it. There we go. I can fix things at the touch of a fingertip. Okay, now I really hope Donkey Kong gets a final smash. Don't ask me why, I think you know the answer. Remote play, that's it. But you said you were remote playing Fortnite Battle Royale on your PS Vita, and your console is like not in the same city because you're like still in the transition of moving, which is kind of funny. Was that the audience chanting DK Donkey Kong, or was that the in-game thing doing that? Yeah, I think that was the audience doing that. Oh, so I can see Metal Gear Snake Kirby. Solid Kirby.
Even though it is a 3-for-1, Nairo does kind of slightly have an advantage because everyone, like, look, you have to think about it like this. If everyone on the team, on either team, gets KO'd, Nairo gets 3 points, they get 1.
But every time they KO him, he gets 1. They only get 1 total. Oh
I don't understand the appeal to Fortnite. Wait, what? What's this? Sorry, I looked away there for a second. What just happened with everyone there? I looked away and I looked back, and then the next thing I saw, everyone was slow for some reason. I'm guessing that was an assist trophy. Oh, that's real smash? Yeah, that's real. DK. Aww. DK, what the fuck? You're right there.
Donkey Kong Kirby! Somebody help him!
Oh, the smash ball. If the DK was standing right next to it, he could have fucking smashed that and got it.
Alright, you know what? People let me know that smash ball was never meant to be. That's all. That could have been the game-winning smash ball, right? But no. I mean, we got another 3 minutes. But however, that could have got it back in the lead at the very least.
Oh, and Mike with the forward smash. Not going down without a fight.
Definitely not going out with a fight, man. Mike, he's been trying to stay on top of Nairo the entire time. Somebody. Oh, everybody get a piece.
Oh my god, do you see the way he grounded it with the side B and they just went to town?
That was actually an OD team drama right there.
Yes.
All over the place. They say, hey.
Yeah, it's amazing that Snake is in this game. I don't think you watched the stream earlier, MSP, but I
The scissor though?
was fangirling so fucking hard when Snake was revealed in Smash Bros. Ultimate during that direct. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that. I was like, no fucking way is he back. After all that has happened over the last couple of years between Konami and Hideo Kojima. Oh, Petty Smash. Close enough.
She was going big. She was going big for it.
Yeah.
He didn't actually get it, but I don't care.
He's igniting on him!
Nairo, you can't do this to these people.
Oh my god! It's over, dude. Nairo's killing it.
Over, dude.
Nairo's killing it.
Listen, we got
You were
two
there?
minutes
Oh,
left.
okay.
Nairo's already
You must have
got
watched on Twitch then, I guess.
I mean, the entire team gets in the combo too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, they're doing the Donkey Kong side B again. I think that's a great combo starter that they need to get more of.
But yeah, I mentioned this earlier in passing, but I do plan to bring back Salty Sundays.
This could be big.
And he gets the aim.
Not just because we've got a new Smash Bros, but because by the time the new Smash comes out, I will have fiber optic and it will be really fast compared to what I've got right now. So I should have more than sufficient connection to work with. Like, more than sufficient bandwidth to work with, rather.
So this assist trophy, it just zooms in the screen, but as the screen is zooming in, so do the blast zones. So as the blast zones are getting closer, anyone getting hit now is more susceptible to lose that stock. Just as we see DK in the background taking an up tilt at like 6, and he's gone.
Man, that's crazy because on 3-on-1s, like you're talking about, Nairo could just get really quick KOs with the Squid Sisters. Oh my god. All right.
Oh, there goes Pikachu Libre. That's a fake. Yeah, that was fake.
Oh, he's igniting everything.
Actually, no, that's real.
He's got the full,
Is it?
full item combo.
He put the black hole with the hammer. How does he do it?
No, that's real.
We got another one. What's OP? We're dropping it.
Volt tackle. Oh, Volt tackle misses its mark though.
All right, well, to be real, if she didn't know about the changes, honestly, I forgot to. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot to.
Yeah, they've changed Pikachu's final smash, I've noticed. It's kind of like Marth's final smash, where you like go in a straight line.
Nairo has also been getting some crazy, like, 3v1 KOs. So.
And Nairo's just kind of staying, using his recovery a little bit more, just staying off the stage.
I'm going to assume that between now and when this game comes out,
You see that the way they're waiting?
Sakurai is going to be collecting feedback from the people who have been playing this, and he'll probably hear a few people saying they're not sure about the blast zones being that far out. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that was something a lot of people were kind of divided on. Like, it's not a game breaker by any means, but I can see how some people might not like that change. Like, there's still plenty of time before this game comes out, about 6 months away.
Let's see who ends up getting the win here.
Snake.
Nairo. Can I see those points? I need to see those points.
Oh, right, I need to switch the fucking layout back. Compare the footage from this to something like Melee and look how far back the camera zooms.
Beautiful exhibition match. Again, give it up to our competitors here.
Do you think the Melee purists are salty today because they didn't get Melee HD?
But obviously the action does not stop, man. We got to get into the grand finals here of our Super Smash Brothers Invitational 2018. I'm going to throw it back to the casters. Want to get this thing going.
So yeah, this has been going on for about nearly 2 hours now, coming up to that.
As you said, we're getting set for the grand finals. MK Leo versus Zero, and just sort of put this into.
But yeah, I missed a tiny bit at the start, so sorry about that. I kind of came in a bit late, but I didn't miss much.
Sort of the present and the future as far as
Melee's the superior game.
Smash Brothers community.
I just want to say that after this invitation,
my favorite game is Smash 4 of the existing games.
With the second win of an invitation,
I mean, Smash Melee is fine. It's just I went back to it recently and I didn't like it as much, unfortunately. But I'm not going to deny people if they enjoy that. Like, that's fine. Like, that's like, you do you.
Let's go. Scarf Army in full effect.
I just can't get back to Smash Melee personally.
Previous match that all 3 characters are unlocked again.
I have news about Smash.
Smash Ball is off. Items are off. It's gonna be a nice.
Oh, we're being sarcastic, but okay. I see the cap as.
So you do get a pretty good replica of some high-level competitive play between
1080p 60 was confirmed. Oh, that's cool. I'm assuming 720p 60 for handheld because it doesn't go higher than 720.
It is double elimination, but if you're 0, you're 2 wins away from becoming the champion. So take me through maybe some of this character strategy. We saw what MeleeKirby, Vicky, was able to do with Bayonetta. Did we see if 0 counters with Sheik?
I think you were mentioning it earlier, what the frame rate and
funny that you mentioned it, Jordan.
The frame rate and I don't remember mentioning that for this game in particular.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Vish.
I mean that last set was kind of.
Sorry, I think my memory is going.
Still in full effect. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what 0 does, because I think MeleeKirby is pretty comfortable with his Bayonetta pick, just based on how things are going. I feel like 0 is going to go Sheik, because it felt like he got a few of his own combo initiations and combo.
You said 1080p 60 was confirmed. I think you were mentioning it earlier when you were over. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't remember mentioning 1080p 60.
These grand finals of the Super Smash Brothers Invitational 2018.
I still can't believe Ridley is in Smash. I know, right? The meme is officially dead now.
Smash ball off, items off.
This E3 we have witnessed the death of 2 long-running memes. Todd constantly porting Smash Brothers to Skyrim, sorry, to all sorts of platforms. That meme is dead because Elder Scrolls 6 is now a thing. And now Ridley's in Smash because people were always saying Ridley's too big. Well, he's not too big for this one. If anything, I think this game's too big for Ridley, because it's got like so many characters.
Smash ball off, items off as well too. MeleeKirby with the grab, beautiful up tilt as well too. Mario with the back air and the up tilt, a nice little juggle right there.
Yeah, Bass within not being as safe
by Skyrim 4 times.
Game, but
okay, Alexa, what's in my inventory? You have 53 wheels of cheese. Eat all the cheese. You consume all the cheese.
Turn that into a combo right there, and then you continue to look at the constant pressure that MeleeKirby is applying on 0 here.
That fucking Alexa Skyrim Special Edition thing is fucking hilarious. Like, that's a real thing. Like, that's not a joke. You can play that on your Alexa or mobile that has like an Android app.
Aerials. Oh, that was amazing spacing to be right outside that hitbox. 0's crazy.
Double forward smash?
Mario is one of my mains, so it looks like he plays more or less like he did before, just with the addition of Cappy.
These fighters have been so equally matched throughout this tournament. Now comes the edge guard phase by MeleeKirby. Zera able to get back on the stage.
It's been confirmed 1080p 60 docked. I assume 720 60 and handheld. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sakurai wouldn't accept anything less. He has to make sure it's run at 60. And unlike the 3DS version, we've got Ice Climbers in handheld this time.
Before you even get the ledge is a great way to get the edge guard. You saw him just get the hit before you could even contest the edge.
I didn't notice the decimal places on damages until now. Yeah, I noticed that earlier actually. I pointed that out when I was watching Treehouse Live. I wonder if the decimals play into your value, like your knockback value, or if it's like the whole number that affects it, if that makes sense. Like, say for example you're on 99% health, does your knockback value increase when you're at 99.9%, or do you have to wait till it gets to 100.0 for it to actually change? I'm assuming you have to wait till it gets to the next full number. And the purpose of the decimals is just for like more finite damage that adds up over time.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, although DI does become important at later percents, and unfortunately,
you were asking about stage hazards and if they can be turned off, can they? Like, has that been confirmed yet, or?
A mishap by Zero. It's going to cost him a stock. It's now 2 stocks to 1. And if you're MK Leo here, Vish, you want to make the most of this 1 stock advantage. But there goes that advantage.
Yeah,
Down to our final stock here in the first match of the Grand Finals. Bayonetta with the up tilt. MK Leo at 0. Zero at 45% when it comes to health. Oh, we see the perfect shield right there.
Yeah, and perfect shielding in this game actually happens when the shield goes down. So you have to be shielding, and then you let go at the proper timing, and it does the perfect shield as opposed to previously where it would be where the shield came up.
See, I think that's a better risk-reward system where you have to let go of the shield at the exact moment they try to strike you. Because you could be opening yourself up for a hit, or you could get a perfect dodge. Oh! They can be turned off? Okay, that's good. That's great to hear. That critical hit though with the fucking gun, what the hell? I didn't think projectile bullets could give you a critical, but apparently they can.
I like the way he was edge guarding. As soon as Zero was way far off, he was trying to shoot. And I think before Zero could even do the up Bs to get the ledge, he would go out there and do the edge guards. At the end, though, Zero tried to mix him up by doing the up B earlier and get on stage, and we see the magnet hands are not nearly as strong as they were before. So I'm liking the little mix-ups that we're seeing from both of these players.
I'm glad to see Bayonetta still broken as fuck.
From Zero, he went with that air dodge with Mario, and the lag is so
Sorry if I'm spoiling it. You're not really spoiling anything. I want to know more about this game.
It's quite unfortunate. Directional air dodge actually has a lot of ending lag, so you don't want to do it too high above the ground. You kind of want to do it closer to the ground so that way you can take advantage, but also at the same time, Jordan, we can't be dodging too much in this game or else it starts slowing down.
It certainly does. Both these fighters have the chance to change their characters.
Oh, this game cannot come out soon enough. I want it. I want this game now. I hope in the months leading up to this game's release, Nintendo releases a demo for it, like they did with the 3DS. But they should make the demo online playable so that people can get a sampling of what the online plays like. But they should just limit it to, like, I don't know, like the original 64 starting roster and like 3 stages, like Battlefield, Final Destination, and like some other level. Do that, and unlimited amount of playing with it, and I think people will be happy with that. And then if they like that, they can buy the game, which I'm pretty sure people will buy in droves.
Yeah, and Cleo was doing a really good job at taking advantage of catching landings with Sonic, a character.
I don't know if they're going to do like a. I don't know if they're going to do like a demo where it's like no limits. It might be like the Splatoon Test Smash thing, where it's like Test Splat, sorry, where it's like you play over the weekends. If I dig up anything else, I'll let you know. I have my eyes on Twitter. Okay, thanks. I'm sure it still won't have single-player content. Yeah, that's my biggest concern right now. Like, they didn't talk about it during that big deep dive into the Direct when they were talking about Smash. So it's looking like we might not have a Subspace Emissary style mode, which is a shame because I feel that still is a big part of the Smash experience that Brawl had that no other game offers. I could be wrong. They could maybe end up announcing that later on. Like maybe Sakurai wants to hold off on announcing that for like a later Direct.
Exactly he's going to go and then connecting it to up airs and back airs as he's been doing. So he's just following.
But I want a Subspace Emissary style thing, maybe like Melee's Adventure Mode style thing, where it's like a more streamlined, linear like level progression thing, and a cinematic like story mode thing. I'm not sure if Sakurai has gotten over his reasoning as to why he didn't make a single player Subspace style mode for Smash 4. Mortal Kombat 9 and 10 had killer single players, they were so good. Yeah, I know, right? Those games were good. I need to play Mortal Kombat 9 again. That game is great. Mortal Kombat 9 was basically rebooting the original trilogy. Like the whole story takes place over the first 3 games. But the story is really fucking good, and it's worth streaming just for the story alone. I might end up streaming that at some point. I haven't played that in years. Like, now I want to play that. Well, I've got it on Steam. Wasn't it because people were spoiling the story on YouTube? Yeah, that was the reason. Like, he was really upset that people were posting all of the cinematics for Subspace Emissary on YouTube as soon as the game came out. Like, I get it. It's kind of shitty that people do that, but then again, YouTube is YouTube. You can't really stop people from doing that. Oh, critical. I've noticed quite a few of these matches are ending in critical hits.
Taking 2 games from 0 in our grand final, so let's go ahead and reset this thing, and now it becomes a true best 2 out of 3 between both these very talented
But yeah, it really
fighters.
sucks. Like, I still, like, I highly respect Masahiro Sakurai for everything he's done for Nintendo. Like, he created Kirby. I did a video about why I think Kirby is such a great series. Obviously, he's like the gatekeeper of Smash Bros, and he usually makes the right call. But I still highly disagree on principle of why he removed a single-player story mode in Smash Bros for Wii U and 3DS. I feel those games really would have benefited with that. So I'm not sure if there's going to be one in this one. Maybe they're holding off on announcing that and are just focusing on the multiplayer experience for E3, which would make sense.
It'll be best 2 out of 3. We had the bracket reset. MKLeo taking on 0. Let's see.
I'm just going to hold on the hope that maybe we'll... Oh, the age-old school playgrounds argument of the century. Who was better, Mario or Sonic?
Here we are, Sonic versus Mario.
You got Smash Tour though, that makes up for it. I would like to see Smash Run, actually. Smash Run was kind of fun.
These 2 more iconic characters for such a finals. It feels like Zero is... MKLeo is really controlling the center well, and he goes back to center, and because he has such speed with Sonic, he can just dash all the way back and punish...
if I had to choose...
a little bit of a lead.
Like, if I had to choose what my favourite franchise is, if it's Mario or Sonic, I think Mario would be the one I would go for every time. I love Sonic, I love Mario, like I love a lot of the Sonic games as well, but I think Mario overall is a better franchise. Not just like the core series, but it seems like a better character with overall better track records. And generally better games, or more fun games rather, like to me. Like, that opinion will differ between people, your mileage will vary, but for me, I've always been more into Mario than I have been with Sonic. Just the old Sonic games were good, only rarely are modern games good. See, that's a bit of a misconception I notice with a lot of people where, like, yeah, some of the modern games are a little bit iffy, but I think people don't give some of the modern games enough credit. Like, Sonic Colors is amazing. Sonic Unleashed is really good. A lot of people think that one's terrible. It's not. But yeah, I get it. Like, Sonic doesn't have as good of a track record. There are some middling games to terrible games. Like Sonic 06, we know is god-awful. People debate whether or not Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2 are good games, but for the time they were great. That much you have to remember for its time. Like, that's the key words, or the key phrase. Nice. Sonic doing a great job. MKLeo, it's now 2 stocks to 2. And one time someone cited to me the CDI games as to why Mario sucks to me. Really? That's the reasoning?
Similar situation as to what happened to Zero, now happening to Leo,
so you could tell someone, dude, play Breath of the Wild, it is the most amazing game ever. This is like the only open world game worth playing in this day and age. And then they respond by saying, yeah, no, I'm not going to play that because they did that one CDI Zelda game, those 3 CDI Zelda games. I don't care for Zelda because of those 3 CDI games.
once again, getting another throw into some combo, and here comes the forward smash. That connects right there. Both fighters getting back on stage. MeleeKirby trying to mount a comeback, down 2-1 in the stocks. Unable to connect with the aerial there, able to connect on the ground, but once again, Zero with the grab.
It looks like Mario's got this.
It's actually quite interesting to see that Zero's actually trying to go for the perfect shield. This new mechanic now introduced within the new game where he lets go of shield at the perfect time to parry Sonic.
Yeah, the timing is really tight though, so it's very impressive that he's trying to go for it in this kind of juncture of the tournament. Oh, gets the pop-up, doesn't get the up.
No, gonna play it because it's 30 FPS.
Zero with the 2-to-1 stock advantage.
Yeah, that was something TV said, wasn't it?
While he still has that one stock lead, MeleeKirby trying to, of course, nullify that and trying to make it even ground. Oh, but the up smash from Zero, not enough to clear things.
Every time I see the speed of him flying off the stage, I expect it to be a KO. It's not.
Tries to go for the frontal hit instead, but unfortunately,
And yet, a back throw is a kill. Okay.
shield grab him and send him out of there.
Grab by Zero.
The CDI games have consistently good music, at least. Yeah, they actually have a pretty good soundtrack.
Right now with only 0%. Oh, Zero able to connect with that fair, beautifully done right there.
Yeah, I think Mario's got this. He just needs to get one more hit in.
Back right there, gets a chance to punish with the back throw. Unable to do anything else right there.
Oh.
He gets a couple great hits.
Oh.
Great air dodge from Zero. He really
Nice air dodge, though.
It looked like he was in trouble with all those back airs that MeleeKirby was doing. Great. Nice little back air from Zero as well, but it is pretty difficult to edge guard Zero.
Oh! Nicely placed. That fucking read, though.
Hits the up smash. He takes the first game of our grand finals. Don't forget, best 2 out of 3. Zero needs one more game.
Right, we've got at least one more match ahead of us then.
Invitational 2018. And what we saw there, and it's a good point that you pointed out there, Vish, we saw Zero doing a better job of staying grounded. He really got punished and damaged quite a bit by those aerials in the previous matchup against Sonic.
Yeah, like I said, the CDI games, obviously they've gone down in history as being rather infamous, but they have good music at the very least. Like, even some of the worst Sonic games out there have really good music. Like, Sonic 06's soundtrack is actually pretty good.
To get those kind of same initiations. But even then, it was still really close towards the end, just almost with that
The only bad Sonic game that I can think of that's got an equally bad soundtrack, and I'm not counting the Game Boy Advance port of the original Sonic because it's not a new game, it's just a port, is the, fuck, what's it called? It's that DSRPG, Sonic Chronicles The Brotherhood. That has got a very extremely forgettable soundtrack. Sonic Boom Rise Lyric. Actually, yeah, that's true. That one also has a very forgettable soundtrack. But Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis for GBA also sounds really terrible. But that one, I kind of feel like doesn't really count just because it's not really a new Sonic game, it's just like an existing game with butchered music. But technically, yeah, that version of the music is pretty bad.
I mean, it's a longer stage, so controlling center and controlling that mid-platform is going to be better. It feels like, because there are platforms, he can...
I wouldn't be surprised if between now and the game's release that they bring in like the edges of the screen just a little bit, because I do think 150 might be pushing it just a little. No doubt Sakurai is going to be taking feedback from the people who are playing this. Like, he takes this shit seriously, like he really listens to the fans, it seems like.
We see MeleeKirby getting back up on the ledge at this point, trying to do an edge guard punish.
Like, you know he listens to the fans when he's like, okay, what do people want for to come? Who do they want to come back for Smash Brothers? Let's see, Mega Man, Bayonetta, Ganondorf, Zelda, Link, Sheik, Bowser. Fuck it, we'll just bring all the characters back. Every single character, even Snake. That's how fucking committed he is to listening to his fans. Even Pichu, of all people, is back. And I think nobody asked for him, but whatever. He's there.
Zero just at 88, and there comes the smash from Zero, Vicky.
And there's a parry that you just saw right there, the perfect shield coming out of Zero, and you can recognize that Zero's always at an advantage whenever he keeps MeleeKirby guessing of what option he should do off the ledge.
For sure.
MeleeKirby at 19%, Zero at 120, 3-2 stock advantage for Zero. Here we go, MeleeKirby with the back throw. Is it going to be enough? up. No, Zero able to get back on stage. But that spring catches him in mid-air. And how about that edge guard, Vish?
I will main Pichu. Alright then. I mean, I'm not going to stop you if you want to do that, then more power to you.
Worked out perfectly against Mario's style of recovery.
I still think Pichu is a joke character, but maybe they'll buff him quite significantly for Smash Ultimate. Like, why wouldn't they do that? He still has that weird thing where he takes damage from using his own attacks. I don't understand that, but
oh man, and again, just that upper
I'm just taking my Switch. I don't know if you held that zipping there. I was just taking my Switch out of my portable case because I had it in my backpack. Just getting things prepared for Fortnite because I might be doing that soon. I think I'm still up for Fortnite.
Grabbing the down throw earlier by MeleeKirby. Zero trying to hold things down on the ground, avoiding matching MeleeKirby in the air. And Vicky, you've seen that strategy.
Reverse it and make his attack seal him. Yeah, they probably could do that. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to happen now. See, here's why Pichu takes damage when he does attacks, because the original Pokédex entry from Gold and Silver said that he hurts himself when he discharges. That doesn't sound right, but you get what I'm saying. So they basically took that description from the Pokédex and applied it into the game. Just because you could translate something from one game's description to another game's mechanics doesn't mean you should, but that's the reason why. I might have an early night, I've got stuff to do tomorrow, that's fine. I'm fine with you leaving whenever, Deej.
Jordan, this is a perfect representation of momentum at its finest.
But why does rest make you explode? That's a good question actually, why does rest make you explode?
He is sent off the left side of the stage. Can he make it back safely though?
Yeah, and MeleeKirby just kind of keeping a little bit outside the
I'm guessing the joke with rest was rest wasn't really used for anything in Smash, so they actually made it like a secret attack, but obviously people know how to use it now. Because in Pokemon, rest makes you heal up, but you don't even heal up when you like sleep. So they're like, okay, well instead of doing that, why don't we make it an extremely powerful yet really difficult to land hit? Like, it doesn't make any sense, but I'm glad they went that route.
As Vish pointed out, the platforms actually allowed MeleeKirby to take advantage of the platform pressure that he was applying to Zero. Although it seemed very close up until the very last stock, Leo was able to carry his momentum and take game 2.
One each.
Oh my God,
Final match coming up.
Shout out to both these competitors for giving us the most possible matches that we could have at this Invitational, going all the way down to the last game. I'm so excited, man.
Well, we've had an unbelievable crowd. Is everybody ready for Game 3, Grand Finals, Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018? It all comes down to this between MeleeKirby. Can the youngster dethrone Zero?
Here we go.
Zero look to repeat it yet another Invitational. It's Mario versus Sonic. Zero, the loser of the last game, choosing to go with the completely flat final destination here, Vish.
I'm going for Mario on this one.
Before, it just felt like his grounded game was really powered up with this kind of stage, and he was just forced into the air a little bit more with that previous one. Makes sense to me in terms of a counterpick for Zero.
Early going here, no major advantage for either fighter. Zero at 35, MeleeKirby.
There's a mod for Melee that makes some heal percentage when used. That's kind of funny actually.
Yeah, this is a neutral as well, so you see Leo is just trying to be a little bit more...
Alright, I'll see you later, Deej. Thanks for watching the stream and thanks for all the help you've given for me recently. You take care, make sure you sleep well.
Isn't the best idea, but you can tell he's feeling very confident in keeping those rolls going and keeping Zero up in the air.
See the forward air from MeleeKirby going out.
Oh, you're not leaving yet? Right, okay. Right, well, I guess after this, I'll see you later.
Yeah, and I like the movements that they're doing, they're not being too committal with any of their attacks. They're kind of dashing.
I like the theme song for this one. I need to hear like an uncut version of it when someone like gets a direct feed footage from like the E3 builds. It sounds good. It's just kind of hard to hear among the music and like commentary and stuff, but it sounds good.
Both fighters 3 stocks as the winner will be your champion of the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. Zero looking to recover. Oh, able to avoid the spring there, Vicky.
Yeah,
Oh, you're downloading Fortnite right now? That's cool. I might not be able to play the Switch version on account of like PS4 possibly blocking it. I'm going to look into that after I'm done with this. Or did someone already upload the song?
Another grab into a side throw from Zero. He's up 3 stocks to 2, trying to make the most that he can with this. MKLeo with the grab and the forward throw. Not enough to clear Zero out of the arena at this point.
Yeah, link it on Telegram, and I'll check that out.
Oh, another grab by MKLeo into the back throw here.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh my God, yeah, really, really cautious play, especially on the ledge. You're just like, what is he gonna do? Am I gonna get red again? I don't want to get smashed one more time in this finals.
The patience, though, displayed from Zero. He was trying to get the read with a down smash. Notice he still has all 3 stocks. He is at 151, though, so MKLeo is going to try to go for those backers a little bit more often or catch a jump with an up smash.
Once again, another grab into a forward throw by MKLeo, but you see Zero able to rack up damage after damage on MKLeo with the 3-2 stock advantage. Zero still staying alive at 163. Both these fighters. It's been back and forth throughout this entire tournament, and beautiful aerial right there, Fish.
Yeah, you can really feel like the pace of this last match was a bit slower and a little bit more methodical. They're kind of just waiting and trying to punish, trying to see where the air dodges come out, seeing where the recoveries are come out. Like there, Zero got a great backer on the right side of the stage there. Just trying to control center is working out so well for the... Oh my God!
Oh, Sonic tried to do the down air, but the up smash by Mario trumps that. And now it's 175 to 19, but Zero with the 3-1 stock lead here, Vicky.
Yeah, Zero with the up smash uncontested, but MKLeo with the back air finally...
Why is he still living at 150? Yeah, I did notice that.
That was so smart from Zero because that's one of the few options Sonic has on coming down like that. And he hadn't used it thus far, but that was just the hardest, coldest read I've seen.
Zero is just 1 KO away from becoming your champion. MKLeo staring a 2-1 deficit in the face. Side throw by Zero. MKLeo trying to recover. Zero missing with a couple of those aerials right there. Both fighters. Couple of glancing blows. MKLeo gets back on the stage, able to punish with the smash, Vicky.
Yeah, which punch is going to hit first as MKLeo now tosses Zero off stage, although he does have 91% on his last stock. He's going to probably want to play a little bit more safely.
Yeah, he really needs to, just with the percent that he has. He's got to really make every single recovery count. He's got to get back to center as best he can. This is not a great position. It's not worked out really well for MKLeo while he's getting off the ledge. Zero's read it many, many times. Oh my goodness.
Keep an eye out for that up smash from Zero. Sonic and MKLeo at 121. Zero can smell a championship. Just has to connect with one more critical hit here. Trying to block, gets the forward air. Is it enough? No. MKLeo getting back on the stage. Zero trying to close this thing out. Side throw against MKLeo. Still not enough. But here it is. And that is it. Your champion, Zero, able to get the victory over MKLeo.
There you go. Sorry, I was just juggling messages in the background there. I was watching though. I did see that. That was a good way to end.
Keep doing it, man. How does he win every invitation? How does he get back all the way to finals, bringing out the scar?
So yeah, I was right. Mario got that.
This guy cannot be stopped.
I'm not sure what the deficit was between those two. I didn't pay attention to the health there in that last matchup. Yeah, I do hope they not tweak the knockback. It seems like you put way too much effort into knocking them out. I thought Smash 4 was like perfect in its speed and like the knockback and stuff. So I hope they like make it a little bit closer to that.
Oh my God, it's Smash Brothers in this guy's blood. How is he so good at it? I mean, he's just born to play. This guy is a contender. I really love the adaptation throughout the set from both of these competitors. They really showed us what high level potentially could look like in this game, and it was a really great showing, honestly. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Like you said, a tremendous showing of skill that we saw from both Zero and MKLeo and all of our fighters. But now let's get set for our award ceremony, and for that, let's bring him out again, the creator of the Super Smash Brothers
Here
series.
it is.
Put your hands together for Mr. Sakurai.
The man of the hour.
And what a treat for everybody here at the Velasco Theater. We have medals for both of our finalists here. And let's begin with our second place finisher, MK Leo. As the crowd chants Sakurai, you see the
I said this earlier, but he looks like, I said this during the Treehouse Live, he looks really good, like he seems pretty healthy, like it doesn't seem like he's sustained any injuries in developing the game, because he's had like wrist injuries, he's really hurt himself, like pushing himself beyond necessary means in order to get the game just right in previous development cycles.
Give it up for Zero.
So yeah, good to see that Sakurai is doing well for himself.
We also have a trophy for our champion. So let's go ahead and bring that out. Our Super Smash Brothers.
Apparently, him working on Smash Ultimate was a bit more lax than previous development cycles, like for previous games.
That is a beautiful trophy. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
Just a wonderful display. Now let's hand it over to Mr. Sakurai for a few words.
Wasn't he using a...
Zero は本当に強いな。Zero, you are really good. 選手の皆さんに入場してもらいましょう。Please come in.
Let's ask the players who participated to come out on stage.
Didn't he use a trackball during Smash 4? Yeah, I think he did because he like seriously injured his wrists.
皆さんお楽しみいただけましたでしょうか。
So, did you enjoy the show?
実は皆さん忘れているかもしれませんが、このゲームは未完成品です。
And I don't know if you remember, but this game is not yet done.
私は正直どれだけ不具合が出るんじゃないか、止まるんじゃないかと、心配しながら見ていました。
And honestly, I was really scared that, oh my god, there's going to be a bug, it's going to freeze up. I was really scared.
ちなみにこの試合を見ていて不具合を2、3見つけてしまいました。
And speaking of which, I did find already 2 or 3 bugs while watching this tournament.
That's how committed he is to bettering the game.
I'll be sure to fix it in the production version.
Yeah.
I don't even know what bugs he was talking about. Like, it seemed fine to me.
最中のゲームなのになんて上手にプレイするんだろうなと思いましたね。
But I was really impressed at how well you guys played, despite this being a game in development.
ただし、このゲームのバランスも日々変わっていきますし、開発中に日々変わっていきますし、
The tournament is just a bug test.
今作ならではのルールを覚えると、
It's the early access version.
And this game is constantly being adjusted, and the balancing is constantly being adjusted during development. And as you learn the new rule sets for this game, I think what you can do with this game will change as well.
だからさっさと完成できるように、日本にすぐに帰ろうと思います。今日深夜便で帰って朝に日本に到着し、すぐに仕事します。
So with that said, I need to go back home to Japan and get working. So I'm going to take a midnight flight tonight and start work tomorrow morning.
Like, E3 is no vacation for him, like he's just here to show the game and then he's heading back to Japan tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
110% committed.
ありがとうございました。
And with that said, I hope you're all looking forward to the release of this game. Thank you very much.
But yeah, he said earlier that this game obviously isn't finished and he's like still tweaking the thing, like the ideas and whatnot. He's probably going to receive feedback from people playing it at E3. I wouldn't be surprised if the biggest thing people point out is how much you have to put into like knocking people out the edge of the screen. He's probably going to tweak that so that it's not as overbearing as it was here.
You saw this.
Give it a few months,
world
and we'll see.
The GG boys of Japan becoming victorious in that. And we had a wonderful day getting a chance to just see not only the passion but the love from the community.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Splatoon thing earlier.
Super Smash Brothers Invitational 2018. MK, Leo, and Zero would finally face off amongst 8 of the finest players in the world. You got to see a lot of love and support from the community, as well as a chance to see all that this game offers as it continues to be in development. And just once again, a wonderful atmosphere here.
Yeah, I said that when Splatoon 2 first came out. It feels too much like Splatoon 1 to be called Splatoon 2, but whatever, it's a better version of Splatoon 1.
For Splatoon 2, and then of course a big round of applause for all the hard-working folks behind the scenes that make this possible. Make sure you
Super Mario Maker 2, like there's so much they could do for Super Mario Maker 2 that they could easily call it a 2.
Can't get here soon enough. Have a great rest of the week.
But sadly we didn't get Mario Maker 2 during E3. I'm not holding out for a surprise announcement midway through the treehouse. I don't think that's going to happen. There you go, that's the end of the Invitational. That was pretty fun, that was fun to watch. So yeah, that was that. I'm going to turn this off now. So yeah, that was pretty good. Smash is shaping up really nicely. My only real complaint, as I've said throughout this stream, is that I've noticed how fucking much health you need to rack up in order to knock someone out the edges. Like, it seems to be a little bit too much. Like, it seems like a little bit too much effort on your part to actually knock someone out this time around. So hopefully Sakurai will be taking the feedback to heart, and I think a lot of people will point that out, and he will maybe tweak that so that it's not as bad. Maybe 100, 110, like that would be kind of the sweet spot. Even if it was a bit more than that, but not over 120, I think it'd be okay. 150 feels like too much. But yeah, that's just me. I'm still going to get this game. I still think it looks fantastic. It looks like it plays fantastically. And I'm looking forward to it in December. December cannot come soon enough. So once again, Sakurai, I fucking salute you for delivering the next big thing.